Wait. Hold on here. Is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
Yes, it is.
It's the barbershop.
Yes.
Wait, I mean, we can't talk street in the barbershop. Then where can we talk street? We can't talk street nowhere else. You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation. That's all.
You gotta tell who's the park down.
It ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop. You know that. Ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop.
Why you gotta tell?
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose that fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
I'm just talking. The mute must have got me. All right, guys. Welcome to the Black Men on the Filter Network show. We are excited to have you here tonight. We're about to get it in. It's about to go down. This is going to be a great show tonight. We're going to be talking about what everybody has been talking about. But we're going to add a little sugar onto that spaghetti tonight because it's necessary to have this conversation. There's been a lot of scrutiny going on. A lot of Christians who are really showing their Christianhood in these past few days, and we're going to break down some things. And tonight we're not going to have any biases. We're going to equal the playing field, right? Because we don't want to hear nothing about no coons. We don't want to hear nothing about none of that, because we have too much information in the world of technology today not to have this conversation. So we're about to have this conversation. But before we do a little housekeeping, I want to welcome everybody to the show. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This channel is not to be come on for free. This channel is not an EBT channel. This channel is a channel that accepts donations, and I would love to have your donations. A lot of people are committed, and they have joined this network and have joined it, and they pay their monthly fee because they support the channel. If you look at the bottom of the if you look at the bottom of the chat tonight, you will see that you can give a Cash App. It'll be a $sign there, or it'll ask you, do you want to join the network? You can give you can give a super chat and or join the network, or do both to support Black media, because this is Black media, guys. And so I want to make sure that you support the channel, because what we do right now and the shows that I put on for you guys are not free. This is not free. Let me say it again. This is not free.com. Everything you see from editing, from music, from everything It's not free, guys. And so go ahead and make a donation to the channel. You see the super chat at the bottom. If you do want to give a cash app, you will see that ticker at the bottom of the screen in a few seconds where you can give by cash app if that's the only way you can give. All right. There it is right there. Thank you so much. While scrolling at the bottom of the screen. All right. We're about to have this conversation tonight. Now, I do want you guys to come up. I do want to hear what you have to say. Now, if your hair nappy and you look too crappy and you don't want to turn your camera on and come up, we understand that. We just ask that you stay in the chat. All right, because we believe over here at the Black Men Unfiltered Network that if you have something to say, your face should be in the place, your face should be in the square. And so we believe that, and it gives good sight. So when people go back and watch it, people know who's talking, and there's not a big black unprofessional box sitting there with a picture of you when you were 10 years old. All right. So I appreciate that. Thank you guys again for being here. And I want to go, we got a super chat now. Now, again, if you want to join the show tonight, please do so by hitting the StreamYard link that's in the chat. I pinned it at the top of the chat. If you do not see it, do not hesitate to put in the chat. Please put the StreamYard link back in the chat so I can get you guys on the platform tonight. Shout out to my co-host, the Velvet Voice of YouTube himself. Lost in Translation is in the building tonight. Before I get to the super chat, I'll get everybody that's in here tonight. All right, let's see here. All right. Okay, marriage, politics, and sports. He said, damn, I was going to talk about this on Monday, but if this is a hot topic and must be discussed. All right, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Let's see here. All right, 1 second. All right, it also says, Black Man Unfiltered and chat family, have a blessed and productive Friday night and great weekend. Stay consistent and healthy. Lost in Translation says, the Velvet Voice of YouTube, my co-host, he says, come on in. All right. El Cheapo IRL, hit the like button. All right. Lost in Translation said, I wish I could join y'all, but I got the vid. Damn, bro, that's a hard situation to be in, man. He said he feeling like trash, man. Prayers are going out to Lost in Translation. Lost in Translation, we love you, man, and we look forward to having you back on the show. Ready on Tuesday, because I got a special guest coming on Tuesday. You won't believe your mind when you see who will be here on Tuesday. They've already agreed to come over. Good God Almighty, it's going to be a great show. All right, so thank you for being here, man. All right, so we got our first cash app here. Super chat here tonight. $5 coming from Marriage, Politics, and Sports. He said, for the love of the game, looking forward to having him on the show tonight because he is a political mind himself. So thank you so much, Marriage and Politics, for the love of the game, the $5 super chat, man. Also, we got Marriage, Politics, and Sports, man. I didn't know you weren't a member already, but thank you so much. Marriage, Politics, and Sports are paying in the building again. He says he is a new member to the channel. So thank you so much for being a member. Guys, if you're not a member of the channel, become a member of the channel, man. Please, and that will help the channel a lot. So I appreciate you guys for doing that. All right. We got Trey in the building tonight. What's up, Trey? Trey said, typical boomer, late to the party, laughing my ass off. Thank you so much, Trey, for being here tonight. All right. All right. Curtis Moore, man, one of our biggest givers, man, gave big again tonight. He really loves this channel. He really gives to this channel. And so I appreciate Curtis Moore so much tonight for giving the $49.99 super chat, $50 at the beginning of the show, $50, man. So that lets you know right there that this channel is moving in the right direction and people are supporting the channel and they're doing what they do the most. And so Curtis Moore, man, you are the sponsor of the show tonight so far. He said, what's up, BMU? Sad week in America. I hope you and your family is well, brother. Here's a couple of bucks for the network. Blessings, man. Thank you so much for the $50, Curtis Moore. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you, man, so much. And for that, man, I got to give him a little something at the beginning of the show here. Let's see here. What I want to give you tonight. Let's see. I'll give you the violin tonight. Here we go.
Oh, let me slow it down. Rapping with the singing, I be swinging. You can get it all free like welfare. Yeah. Back to the beginning. Know what I told ya. I got 2 degrees. Now I'm dumb rich. This sound like some 718 shit. The living weirdo on the same shit. Damien, let's go violinist.
All right, again, Curtis Moore, man, thank you for the $49.99 super chat, man. I appreciate you so much. Also, thank you to our let's see who else gave. Right, hold on. Our Pain, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It's $55 so much so far for tonight, guys. If you want to give a super chat, please do that. If you want to join the channel, please hit the join button at the bottom and become a member of the channel as well, just like Our Pain did as well. He became a member and he donated $5. So we appreciate you, Our Pain, man. We appreciate everything that you're doing for the channel as well. He has a show on this network on Mondays. Make sure you come check him out. The show is on Mondays at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you come over and watch the Boomer Show. He talks about a lot of politics, sports, and relationships. So make sure you guys tune in to that. All right. Let's see who else we got in the building. Lost in Translation. All right. Yeah, I already read that one. All right, man. So it's good to see you guys tonight, man. There's a lot been going on in the world today, man. A lot. Last week, this week, I'm sorry, I lost my uncle. He passed away this week, and I'll be attending his funeral next week, next weekend. And so we didn't have a show on Tuesday. But I thank you guys for coming in on tonight. And also we've had a lot of bad things going on in the world today. There's been a lot of bad things going on. And everybody knows about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And what I'm disappointed in is that a lot of people are saying that they're Christians, and they're saying that, hey, listen, I love the Lord. He heard my cry. He pitied every storm. But guess what? How many times have God told anybody to celebrate a man's death who was a husband and a father? He was a husband and a father. Now, you may not have agreed with everything that he said, but the man had some points. The man told some truths. All right. He told some truths, and a lot of people were angry at some of the truths that he told. Now, I believe if it was a black man who was sitting in the chair that he was sitting in, telling the same thing he was saying, then everybody would be mad at the black guy. Not enough to probably take him out. But I'm a firm believer that anybody who speaks the truth has a target on their back. Jesus spoke truth. They crucified him. Malcolm X spoke truth. They shot him. Martin Luther King spoke truth. We're gonna talk about him in a minute. Martin Luther King spoke truth, and he was taken out. If you remember the Black Panther Party, anybody remember the Black Panther Party? Do anybody remember the leader of the Black Panther Party? Do you remember who that is? Fred Hampton, right? Spoke the truth. They took him out. Anybody who speaks against, anybody that speaks the truth and speaks against all the rhetoric that's going on in the world today will be taken out. John F. Kennedy, which was the most beloved president by black people before there was a Bill Clinton, they took him out. They took him out. John F. Kennedy started talking against all the things. He started talking against secret societies. He started talking against all the things, the bad things, and guess what? They took him out. Bullet to the head. If you speak truth, your life may be on the line. That is a fact. And so we want to get into that. A lot of people have been celebrating this man's death. A lot of our people have been celebrating this man's death. I'm a firm believer that people say that they say they're Christians. They say they love the Lord. But what person that loves the Lord or is a Christian celebrates the death of a man? This reminds me of the people who celebrated the death of Kevin Samuels. When Kevin passed away, Kevin was a truth teller. And what happened? He passed away. He wasn't assassinated or shot. But when he passed away, they celebrated his death. Vivica Fox said, good for him. And guess what? It is what it is, right? Guys, I see you guys in the chat. Guys, if you want to come up, if you don't see the link in the chat, please let me know and I'll go ahead and put the link back in the chat. You can click it and come on up to the stage here and speak your mind. I do want to say, I wanted to pull up some of these comments that I've seen come up in here. Trey said the black community could not wait to make this a race issue. That is correct, Trey. Time says the Kennedys got the mafia out of the White House and out of the CIA and the FBI, and his life was given for that reason. Let's see here. Let's see what else we got. All right, man, we got come on, man. Curtis Moore, bro. Man, I can't thank you enough, man. Curtis Moore, he has sent another $10 donation, man. He sent another $10 super chat. And so far tonight, this man has sent us $60 so far tonight, man. So thank you so much, bro, for giving $60 to the platform tonight, brother. That lets me know that I'm doing my job over here and I've done enough to earn your respect, and I've done enough for you to just want to give. So I appreciate the $60 tonight. So we're at $65 so far tonight on the super chat. Guys, if you can't give into the super chat, you can definitely give to the Cash App. The ticker is scrolling at the bottom of the screen for the Cash App. When you give a Cash App, it's no different than a super chat. I will definitely celebrate you and shout you out for that. And throughout the show, I will also go back and shout you guys out again for giving so much to the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate that. Curtis Moore says with the $10 super chat, he says, there's a page on Instagram that is currently exposing anyone who mocked Charlie's death. So far, it's been a lot of nurses, teachers, and active military. He said the page is called @ScottPressler. All right, that'll be something to look. That'll be something to look at, man. Thank you so much, Curtis Moore, again for the super chat. I'll give you something else, man, because you've really been benefiting us tonight. Let me give you a little of the Mossy Oak. Keep it going.
Whatever you want, whoa, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Oh, whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Oh, whatever you want, oh, my heart belongs to you. I say whatever you need, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Whatever you want, my heart belongs to you.
All right, man. Thank you again for that $9.99 super chat, man. I appreciate you so much, man. Guys, if you want to give like Curtis is giving, man, just go ahead and hit the Cash App scrolling at the bottom of the screen, or you can go ahead and hit the super chat, man. I'm so blessed and appreciative of you, Curtis Moore, tonight. Also, our pain tonight as well for the $5 super chat, man. So I appreciate you. We're headed on up with the appreciation. We're headed on up with the guys who are giving to the channel. So guys, if you're not a member of the channel, you can also join and become a member of the channel as well. All right, we pay for Netflix and stream to Netflix to be entertained. You guys come over here, you could definitely hit the join button and be entertained over here 7 days a week, because we're running shows every day of the week on this platform. So if you're entertained here, come on, man, you gave Netflix your $17. Hey, you can choose what you want to give over here and hit the join button and become a member of the channel. I appreciate it. All right, so Trey says disgusting people will always exist. Amen. He said a quote from Paid in Full: ninjas die every day, B. All right. What we know podcast, JT's in the building, man. What's going on, man? Good to see you. He said be up there in a minute, bro. Let's see. Time says he passed away and all the women would celebrating him. Look at Vivica Fox and Claudia Jordan now. Karma. Israel looking for she's looking for a man that's 60 years old. You're absolutely right. I saw the video, just a sidebar, of Claudia Jordan about 5-6 weeks ago. She was doing a show and she interrupted the show and said, I need a man. I need me a husband. I'm tired of paying all these bills. I'm tired of being by myself. But then the internet is undefeated. Somebody made a side-by-side video of her saying 5 years ago that she didn't need one. So yeah, I saw that time. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. All right, Trey in the building, man. Trey says the system doesn't like any man, any man, black, white, or otherwise. What galvanized young men of fighting age? Oh, yeah, I got you, Trey. Mandrell said, hello, everyone. All right, again, guys, if you want to be a part of the show, please do so. If you don't see the link in the chat, please let me know. I will put the link back in the chat. If you can see the chat, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. All right. So again, back to what we were saying. I believe that the celebration of this man's death is very sickening. I believe that sitting there watching that man get shot, and then his wife and children were to the right of him. They were there. Those, that 4-year-old and that 6-year-old, I think it is, they were there and saw their father be assassinated. His wife has to live with the vision of watching her husband, her provider, be shot right in front of her. So she's going to be under a lot of trauma. Those kids are going to suffer traumatically under a lot of trauma. And for you ignorant people, from D.L. Hughley to pastors, I'm looking at Jamal Bryant, making jokes about it. I'm looking at TMZ and seeing people laughing at TMZ once the announcement was made that the man died. The mics were hot, and you heard people at the TMZ headquarters laughing at this man's death. This is a terrible thing that's going on in America right now. And that's why the name of the show is There's No Coming Back from This. Once you cross that line and we start celebrating people's death because we disagreed with their opinions, we disagreed with the things that they said, and we just feel like people should just die and we should just take people's lives because we disagree with them. If that's the case, if we're going to do that, then everybody would be dead. Because everybody's going to disagree with some of everything that you're going to say. So that means if you disagree with what I say tonight, if you disagree with me tonight, that means I deserve to be taken away from my children because you disagree with something that I said. Are you willing to take my life because you disagree with something I said? And then when you say this man is taken from his wife and his children, then now people want to call you coon. People want to say you a coon for stepping up for this man. I was sitting online. This man, Charlie, he was telling some truths. Now, some of the stuff you may not agree with. Again, you're not going to agree with everything everybody says. However, Charlie was telling some truths about our community. He was telling some truths about the legal immigration. He was telling some truths about college. He was telling truths about education. And he gave that smoke to everybody. He didn't have no pickers and choosers who he gave the smoke to. If you go back and watch his videos, he gave smoke to black, white, Chinese, Japanese, Mexican. He gave it to everybody. And so when people say that he only picked on people of color, that's not the truth. However, we got another super chat in the building tonight. We have $10 from Antoine. Antoine, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, man. Thank you guys so much for donating tonight, man. I appreciate it. $50 from you, $5 from Arpain. I'll go through them in a second. I appreciate you. Antoine, $10. He said the situation needs to be a wake-up call for everyone. If things continue to go the way it's going, 3 scenarios will come to mind. Red Dawn, designated survivor, man in the high castle. Bro, I am more convinced that it's the first one. If you guys have never seen the movie Red Dawn, there's 2 versions. One that came out in the 70s, the second one that came out in the 2000s, the 2015-ish year, I think it was. One has what's the guy that died of cancer?
Patrick Swayze.
There we go, Patrick Swayze. And then the other one had, you come on up and get Arpain in here. Welcome to the stage, Arpain, tonight, man. I appreciate you for being here, my brother. It is good to see you, man. But yeah, Patrick Swayze is in one, and then in the other, let me give you a hand clap first. But Patrick Swayze is one, and then in the new one, the guy that plays Thor, he's in this one. He's in the newest version of it. So make sure you guys go and watch that. But he's right. That could happen for sure. Mm-hmm. But again, thank you guys for the super chats. So far, we got a new member. We got Arpain as a new member of the channel. We also got Arpain with the $5 super chat from earlier. Thank you, man. Curtis with the $49.99 super chat. We got Curtis Moore with the $9.99. Come back with a $9.99 super chat. Then Antoine came in with the 10-piece. So I appreciate you guys tonight, man. You guys are really giving tonight, and I appreciate it. All right. Chris Hemsworth. There you go, Antoine. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah. But Arpain, I know that you've been seeing this all over the news, and I know you've been watching a lot of social media, and you've seen people celebrating this man's death, women, teachers, soldiers, whatever the situation may be. Like, what are your thoughts on how they're celebrating this man's death. And this man has 2 children, 6 and 4. He also has a beautiful wife that he left behind. Man, what are your thoughts?
Well, I did a live on my channel about when they were talking about catching the guy who killed him.
Yes.
And a guy came up on the channel. We were talking about it. It was a brother. I've seen him around on Trigger Mike, a couple other things. And then he was kind of intimating the same old trope about, there's consequences to, your speech. And I said, listen, man, you know how dangerous that really is to say that because you don't like what I'm saying, I and the consequences, I can shoot you. I said, if we digress down to shooting people because we don't like what they say, the whole country and this whole experiment is over. Those are the worst wars we can get in.
Absolutely.
The other thing is this. I've seen a lot of Charlie Kirk stuff, but I didn't really follow him. I caught him when he was talking to all those thousands of kids in the campuses. But the one thing about Black people that really pissed me off is not just the fact that there's so many Black people who want to make their face. They want to make us the face of all kinds of bullshit. And the fact that those Black people, the Uglies and all those people almost celebrating the death of this guy is the reason why the HBUs had to be locked down.
Exactly.
They're the reason why we internalized something that didn't even have anything to do with us. We didn't shoot the guy.
Exactly.
And they're over there dancing and frolicking. And there was a lot of white people doing that. But, the crazy people say, oh, look at all these Black people celebrating this guy's death. And they had to lock down almost every HBCU in the country.
And think about it. I also saw, I'm trying to remember what I saw and exactly how it happened. Oh, yeah. Somebody went to campus today and started asking colleges around the country, white, Black, etc. How do you feel about the death of Charlie? And one of the things that I heard the kids say is, they have a song. Charlie got shot in the neck, said Charlie got shot in the neck. And they're all doing this, like how he fell over in the chair. And I'm like, wow. Like, I don't, bro, what's really happening right now? Like, I don't understand it. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome somebody else to the show tonight. My brother from another mother, all the way from Detroit, Michigan. Put your damn hands together for the one and the only From What We Know podcast. JT is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, man?
What's happening, man? Is my mic good?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Your mic is good, brother. Good to see you, man.
Good to see y'all, man. Most definitely, man. Love both of you brothers, man.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
And so I mean, they went around and they were talking about it, and these girls, like one of the guys was like, let's pray for him. Let's have a moment of silence. And one of the white girls, I wish I could have clipped and showed y'all, bro. Oh my God. One of the white girls said, do you want to get shot too? She asked the young man, do you want to get shot too? And he said, if I get shot, I know I'm going to go ahead and meet God. So he said, if somebody want to come out here and shoot me right now, let them do it. It's terrible, man. I watched Amanda Seals. She's bipolar.
Yeah.
And schizophrenic. She's all those things mixed together.
She's crazy.
And one of her, if you saw that video, you want to throw up all over the floor. Just listen to some of the things that she said. I have no empathy. I don't care if he dead. I don't have no empathy. And then while she was live, she said he been shot. Then somebody sent her a message and said he died. And I thought she was gonna have a little empathy. She said, "Well, life come at you hard, don't
it?" Listen, man, I hope the message that people are getting is that we can't let these fucking people get back in power. We can't let these people get back into the reins of power, man. That's what I'm saying. The people in my family don't talk to me anymore, and I'm not really that hard over. I said the reason why I didn't vote for, the cackling hen is not because she was a woman. I said, this the shit that she stands for, I can't get with. And then they said, well, Trump is a racist. I said, is that the reason why you're going to vote for transgenderism? Because you hate Trump? You're going to vote for unlimited, unfettered immigration? Our tax dollars going to these guys getting a free lunch on your dime in the neighborhoods that need the money the most? I said, so what's the matter with you people, man? So I just said, listen, man, we don't have to talk no more, man. Man, it's going to be a 4 years where, you know what? And then just hope J.D. Vance has his shit together. So we can keep this thing going, man. These people, it's no equivalency either. I'm going to just land it here. Everybody tries to say it's on both sides. Bullshit. Over the 4 years that what's it, the weekend at Bernie's was president, nobody was talking about shooting anybody. As bad as it was when the Democrat weekend at Bernie, right. I mean, nobody was talking about, even if there was rhetoric, it wasn't deadly rhetoric. So the one thing I find about the left, when they can't win an argument on logic, they immediately get violent. They immediately get violent. They want to cut you off, they want to curse you out, they name call, and then they get violent, man. They just do. So it's really bad, man. So anyway, yeah, so it's not that we don't have to be Charlie Kirk lovers. Just being a human being, seeing somebody get shot like that, you can't celebrate that shit. You just can't.
You're right. JT, what's up, man? What are your thoughts, man, of what you've been seeing all over the internet with Charlie Kirk being assassinated in front of all these people, and people are celebrating the death of this man?
Well, that part is definitely disgusting. This is showing people's how cowardly people are. I've been on a couple of panels yesterday. Shout out to Mr. Fantastic. I was on his panel yesterday, and it was just disgusting to hear how some of those men were talking. Their biggest thing is that when you speak the way that he speaks, and you're racist and you're this and that, hey, things like that just happens. And their whole thing is, well, he's a racist. It's like we took one step forward. Let me tell you exactly where my stance is. I think I've been probably looking at Charlie's stuff for probably the clips were probably for about 8 months in all. But when I started looking at the debates and seeing what he was doing in the debates, and for him to do the tours on the college campuses and things like that, I was like, that makes a lot of fucking sense. Makes a lot of sense. These are supposed to be our best and our brightest, right? The future. I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way, type of things like that. What we all know, and we've talked about it on this panel and on other panels also, college indoctrinates our children to the point where they all end up being super liberals, right? Or at least they're exposed to a lot of super liberal shit. What I seen was happening with Charlie was that he was challenging the way that they think. And what it did was it exposed how indoctrinated they were so far on the left, right? So even if he was really far on the right, did I say it right? Right, left? I don't know. But
no, you got it. He's on the right.
He's on the right. Yeah, he's on the right. Yeah.
So the thing is that he challenged their ideologies. That's basically what he was doing. Now, all the other bullshit that's about to come out and has been coming out, he's trying to indoctrinate them and he's racist and all this. The shit was bullshit, right? We have played some of his clips on this panel, on this show here, and other people have too, right? Just to make the bolster points or something like that or whatever, to drive our conversations or our topics and things like that. And correct. Not one time had we had anybody sitting up talking about somebody gonna kill him, because nobody thought of that type of shit.
Nope.
Nobody was sitting here just going and raising the picket fences. I mean, the picket signs and talking about this is a extreme racist and he's an extremist. Nobody was saying none of that shit. People they were tweeting his shit. They was tweeting the clips and stuff of the debates he was having with the children that was in college, that's getting ready to get out here in this world. What I saw in it was something that we actually need. We need to challenge each other, regardless if that man is a damn racist or not. That's not, who cares? We all are racist. So it's disgusting to me that something, for one, so horrific that happened in front of all of our eyes, something horrific happened to his wife and his children. to the point that they may never recover from this. And now what puts salt on the wound is that you have strangers, people that knew nothing about him, celebrating and dancing on his fucking grave, and he ain't even in the ground yet.
That's correct. That is correct, sir.
The other thing that disgusts me is black people have to make everything a fucking race situation. Like we had a whole, man, it was social issues that the man was speaking on. And now what we was on that panel, and I knew what was going to happen. We already know how the script goes. We sitting here talking about, it was supposed to be at a point where we're talking about, how we, our thoughts on what happened to this man, right? These niggas, I said, how the fuck we get to raise slavery? You could talk about building, you could talk about making a damn sandwich, a Dagwood sandwich or a grilled cheese sandwich. And at some point, when you get the wrong goddamn black folks in here, it gets to slavery. It ain't nobody ever even experienced slavery at that capacity. But we always talk about that shit. And then when they get to the slavery shit, then we start talking about Jim Crow. Nobody want to talk about what's happening right now, 2025. One of the worstest things that ever happened to our society was they were integrating our men, specifically black men, as being fucking punks. You don't hear nobody talking about that dumbass shit. We got our damn women out here growing up single, lonely, and dying at a rapid rate. And guess who's killing them? Each other.
Correct.
They running each other over with cars. They're going out here and shooting each other. They having wars on Facebook and IG. And then when you have somebody that sit back and they talk, whether they racist or not, and they say, listen, I'm going to go out here and challenge y'all thoughts. And they start talking. Guess what happens, y'all? The shit comes up with race. We in America. It comes up with sex. It comes up. Nobody talked about when he was against goddamn the abortion. Nobody talked about when he was saying, listen, we need to let them damn punks stay punks. But y'all got to do it over there. That's what I'm saying. It's disgusting to me because now it's a race thing. I'm so, man, I just got to the point, bro, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm very calm now. I'm glad I am who I am now because if y'all would have caught me 2 years ago, nigga, I've been on these panels just arguing and going back and hollering and all that shit. I don't do that no more, bro.
I remember. I got footage of you, sir.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm a lot more smarter. A lot more.
Yeah, bro, it's really, really bad, man. We got another super chat from Curtis Moore again, bro. Curtis, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you very much, bro. Curtis Moore with another $10. He said, when the media constantly labels conservatives as Nazis over and over, shit like this happens. The media is to blame for this tragedy. They effectively radicalized Tyler Robinson. All right. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, brother. While y'all gather y'all thoughts, I'm gonna play him a little something here while we gather our thoughts here, and we'll be right back after this right here.
They said big bag bitch, get to the bag. They said big bag bitch, you want a snack? Well, this big bag bitch, she got the stack. So put big bag bitch clothes on the rack. Ooh, on the macaroni, move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking it quick and the brands are phony. Ooh, the brands are phony. Ooh, they need a Tony, they need a Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cause the shit's baloney. The way they be faking like they're making all the sizes. If you ain't got at least a 4X, you ain't trying. Ooh, so give it to us, baby, give us a dot. Give it to us when we step on the spot. Ooh,
all right, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. With the $9.99 super chat, man. Man, Curtis, you the sponsor of this show tonight, brother. You rocking and rolling over there with these super chats. I appreciate it, man. We got Trey in the building tonight, man. Trey is in the building tonight by phone. Trey, man, what is going on, brother? How do you feel about it? I know you were real passionate about it earlier, man. I wanted you to get your voice to be heard right now, man. I know you. Go ahead, brother. The floor is yours.
I appreciate you for having me up. I'm sorry for breaking the rules. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I was trying to get it to work earlier on another channel and it wasn't working. Look, Charlie Kirk said some things about Martin Luther King that I didn't necessarily agree with. He referred to Martin Luther King as awful and not a good human being. Charlie Kirk was he had an alliance with a you-know-who-ish community, and he backed them. He defended Israel. A lot of things I did not agree with Charlie Kirk. The one thing that I love about anybody, and it's not just Charlie Kirk, but anybody, is the ability to have civil discourse, the ability to want to sit down and say, you know what, let's talk it out. We may never agree. You may say some things that I don't like. I may say some things that you don't like. And we may never get on the same page. But what is actually healthy is for the two of us to sit down and actually have this conversation. Now, when I was growing up, I was told that college was the place for these things. I was told that universities were the place for these things, and that this was the location in which you had such discussion. So I always thought it was pretty cool that he was going to these universities and he was challenging the young brains, the young minds of whether it would be liberal or conservative, whether he was challenging the young brains and the young minds of whether it was white men or black men. This was good. This is good. There's a phrase, any of us who played sports growing up, we heard it a lot. Iron sharpens iron. We heard that a lot growing up. How do you get better if you never want to have conversations? This idea that this liberal left has, that if you don't agree with me, you must die, is absolutely insane. It is the most outrageous. I don't even know how to fathom it because it just doesn't make sense. It's not something that even I'm even having a hard time putting words together because I have never thought that way. I didn't like President Barack Obama. I don't think he should die. I don't think that, you know what I mean? Like I can't even fathom it. I thought Joe Biden was the worst president in the history of this country. He doesn't deserve to die. And who do you think you are to not only celebrate the life, but to say that you thought that this was the proper move? You're not God. You're not God. You don't get to. We don't get to play those games. I have a lot of issues with this, and the Black community in itself has just literally shown its ass once again that we don't know how to handle these types of situations when they happen. I hear people saying, well, this isn't our fight. It's not about it being our fight. That's irrelevant. It's not even, it has nothing to do with whether or not this is our fight. I've heard them say, well, what do I care about a white man getting shot? Okay, well then don't get pissed when white people say, well, what do I care about a black man getting shot? I don't want to hear it. Don't get angry now because you set that standard and said, okay, well, we shouldn't care about white deaths. Okay, well then they shouldn't care about black deaths. Because Lord knows we're not doing enough in our Black communities. Everybody's pissed about Trump. He wanted to send the military in everywhere, but I'm confused. Do you not want safer streets and better schools? I'm confused. I don't know what you want at this point. I don't understand the left's thinking. I don't understand that you're supposed to be the party of tolerance and love, but all we keep seeing is violence. You try to clip the presidential nominee, Republican presidential nominee. What I saw, and I immediately, because I was on my computer and I got the U.S. Today. Was it no? I was watching Coach Greg Adams, and they were putting it in the chat that Charlie Kirk had been shot, and I immediately went to my X account to go, and it was already up. It was already up. And the difference between this and JFK, which happened in the 60s, is in the 60s, there was no 4K. I watched the blood pump out of this man's body. I honestly thought, with all due respect, BMU, I thought it was a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yes.
Yeah, man. It was like it was cinematic for sure.
I thought I was watching Django. I was like, is this real? I really meant that in the days of AI and all that. I was like, is this real? Yep. And then come to find, I'm like, oh, this is real. I'm like, wow, they just really peeled his muffin cap back in front of everybody. Like, and nobody, there were people celebrating, there were people grabbing MAGA hats. I'm like,
yeah.
And so here's the thing. I'm not one to Bible thump y'all to death. Y'all know me, y'all know how I get down. I don't Bible thump you. But what I do know from my limited knowledge is one of the ways that they started to talk about the end times is people's hearts going cold, turning to stone.
Yes.
And it's one of the things that is mentioned. And what I am seeing over and over and over again is that people don't even have just mere compassion for one another. We don't even have like, okay, fine, you don't agree with him, but should he be dead? No. You are on X and Twitter and Instagram. You are jumping and singing and they're asking you about it. And you're saying, well, I mean, he said some things that were incendiary. Yes, that's true. He said a lot of inflammatory things. He's a commentator. They all do. Hell, I say inflammatory things all the time.
I don't think nobody on this panel have not said something inflammatory, Trey. That's the crazy.
We're all guilty.
We're all guilty of it.
Yes.
And that means that nobody should die behind it. No. And I'll land it here. Ultimately, I feel so bad for his kids. I know I got a soft spot for the kids.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for his kids because not only were they there to witness it, but they're going to see it over as they get older, because those videos are never going to go away. When somebody doesn't like the kid, they're going to say, well, this is how your daddy died. And they're going to show them. They're going to do these things. And
somebody's going to have it as a meme.
They're going to have it as a meme. Absolutely. JT, like I feel so bad for them because nobody, I don't care who you are, should have to witness that as a child. And now we have a wife that the man preached Christian conservatism. He said get married.
Yes.
He said he was good. He said that a nuclear family was a good. This is all the stuff that I hear day in and day out on these panels. Day in and day out. Oh, we need to get the nuclear family back. Anton Daniels will throw the nuclear family down your goddamn throat. We need to get the nuclear family back. We need people to get married. We need to be doing this. And that's all this man was trying to get people. Hey, go find a wife. It's okay to get married young. I got married young. He was only 31. I got married young. Go get married. It's okay. And it's like, and I said this on the other panel. What do y'all want?
Yes.
Because it seems to me that when you have what you want, you don't want it from who's giving it to you, and you don't want it the way that they're giving it to you. I don't know what you guys want. You want conservatism? You have people fighting for that. You want cleaner neighborhoods and better schools? You have people fighting for that. And then it's always an issue. Well, I don't like Trump, or I don't like this. And it's like, what do you want? Sit down. The Black Council, the Black Tribunal needs to get together and figure it out, because it's what I see is we don't.
Uh-oh. He clipped out.
All right, man. Yeah, that was good.
And we are as divided now as we have ever been.
Tree,
he must be driving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something right now that's not gonna be sexy. Even if we look at Martin Luther King, right? He was a good man. He stood for civil rights movement. But did anybody on this panel know that Martin Luther King was the first recipient of the Margaret Sanger Award for his contributions to helping Black women in the community get abortions?
It's in his fourth book. It's in his fourth book.
Yes, I knew that, and I also knew that his right-hand man was a gay man.
Yep.
And was married to a white man. Go look it up. The last name's Rustin. That was his homie.
Yeah, Martin Luther King was a socialist too, right? I mean, he's a socialist.
Well, he was.
Yeah, he was more communist. I think he was more communist than anything.
Anything else? Yeah, you got to remember also that it didn't start with Martin Luther King himself. His family, bro, was targeted like shit. His brother was killed. His mom after him, and what was it, 1980 something, where she was murdered. His mother at the organ. You know, it's like all of these.
I'm sorry, go ahead, man. But the point really is that none of that negates some of his good works. And you know what I'm saying? None of that really negates his good works. But the other thing is that at the end, he started to say, "Am I doing the right thing?" And he started changing his tune.
Yeah, he said, I've lived long enough to see my dream turn into a nightmare. That's what he said.
Yeah, because think about how old was he when he got his first degree, his bachelor's degree?
He was young, man.
He was fairly young.
He
wasn't even 24 yet when he got his bachelor's degree. He was 15 when he graduated from high school. So this man was a scholar. By the time he was in his 20s, he was a scholar. Think about when he died. He was, 36 years old? We all older than him right now, right? So it wasn't a point where he was trying to appease the people or try to be something what we call nowadays a panderer. He was doing what he thought was right. And that takes courage to do it. And it takes a thought, especially when you're out in the public, to say, I may not even live doing this stuff. When you start seeing how many people are against you, you know, it's kind of like we say something and we stand on it and we think that it's the right thing to say or do, or, and we find out that we have more enemies now that we said it than we intended on having, because we are hearing what the people are saying that their grievances are. And then we'll say, okay, well, we're going to address it. We're going to address that. And when you start addressing it, now you got enemies. We already know that man had a 39%, when it came down to just black folks, 39% approval rate. 39% approval rate. And most black folks were saying that he was a troublemaker. He was sitting back and he was out here doing shit he ain't got no business doing, right? That's what, during the time he was living. And then when he died, then you start seeing everybody, oh, that shouldn't have happened. They killed Martin Luther King and all this.
The black people did not like him. You're absolutely correct, sir.
So when I heard, when I hear people talk now, and you have people that are just, they I don't even call it bravery, man. They just saying what it is, and they just ain't scared of shit when it comes down to it. They're not scared that, I know I got people that's going to be against what I'm saying, and I'm just going to stand on it. And it could cost me my life, but I'm still going to do it. To hear black men that sit back and say, if you don't want to die, you need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I heard that today too. Mm-hmm.
So I'm listening, because my whole thing was this. Let's go back to my man Kirk, right? That message, and I'm just still rolling over in my head because I'm still kind of like still at shock at this shit, right? But the message that I got from there was, leave our kids alone and shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We got our kids where we need to have our kids at. And this is what my point was, that the man was going to the colleges. It makes sense. It makes so much fucking sense for him to say, hey, this is where our brightest, and supposedly anyway, our brightest ones, that's the future. These are the ones that's supposed to be giving people jobs. These are the ones that's supposed to be leading people. These are the ones that's going. So let me see, while they're at 18 to 24, 26 years old, let me see what their ideology is. Let me challenge their ideology. And I'm going to get killed for that? Yeah,
so let me welcome my two homies from far out. Alexis from Texas in the building tonight. What's going on, girl?
Hey,
good to see you, Coach Ferg. What's going on, man?
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Good to see y'all, man. Good to see y'all. Alexis, I'm not gonna talk about your Kansas City Chiefs because
and don't think I wasn't like.
I just want you to know your dynasty is over. I just want you to know y'all gonna have a problem with them Eagles Sunday. We're gonna talk about that later. We'll talk about it later.
Right.
But welcome, Alexis, man, Coach Ferg. Thank y'all for being here tonight. Alexis, what are your thoughts about what you saw? What you've been seeing around?
I just wanted to interject real quick because I know Martin Luther King did his thing or whatever, so I gotta be the Kanye with my Malcolm X. He did say that he realized that the way that Malcolm was moving was probably the better way than the way.
Malcolm said the same thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I just wanted to put that out there. But because I'm a Southern person, at the end of the day, a lot of our core beliefs are more conservative than they ever been liberal. And I had to go back because I've listened to a lot of the people from that group, as far as like, you know, Kurt, Matthew Knowles, Candace Owens, you know, a lot of them are all in that same
Candace,
type
that's
of,
my girl right there.
yeah. So I've listened to where like I was even confused at first. I was like, dang, Kurt was talking like that, because I get fed so much of his stuff when he's talking about the women's stuff and the, you know, the transformer type issue. So I overlooked what was ever with the race thing, because that's what I was getting fed, you know, the YouTube algorithm, how it go. And I went back and, you know, like other Trey had said, he said some things that I was like, that's kind of, you know, and I can debate some of those things that he said, but it was like I could have that conversation. I wouldn't need to, you know what I'm saying, go there. When it happened, I remember the first thing, like one of the things at first I said are, you know, prayers for him and his family, because they hadn't announced if he was gone or not. And people were putting the video out there, and my uncle came in here. He was like, oh, the video. And I was like, I don't want to see the video. I have not seen the close-up video. That's also, I am a person, victim of gun violence. So I'm real, like, when it comes to those sites, I don't want to see them. And I remember after they announced, I had said, this is my point. You remember we used to have the conversation of a good guy or a bad guy with gun. And I'm at the point to where we need to level cowards. I don't want cowards with guns. You know what I'm saying? If you can't have a, you know, a conversation, like in the sense of what he was doing, like I said, he was having conversations. If you can't articulate your points when that is the basis, he didn't come out there saying, oh, whoever want to fight me about my point, he's having conversations. So if you can't articulate that point, or you can't hold your own in a fight, you don't need to have a gun. That's how I feel about it. That's what I post. I was like, 'cause this is getting too much. And like breaking down like that, I had to answer, one of these girls had made that post about his comment about empathy, and I responded to it as far as empathy and sympathy. Like, you can have empathy for his thoughts as far as understanding where he was coming from with the empathy comment, but you should have sympathy because this is an unfortunate event. There was no control he had in that event at that moment. So I would have sympathy, and plus she's a mother, and anybody I'm like, you know, even if you don't have kids, but still, like, you should have some sympathy on that level because you are there. But I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Because here's my Malcolm X kicking in. Maybe we need to look into, you know, because maybe these Caucasian thugs and these Caucasian animals, like this white on white crime, like, I don't know if it's safe, because, you know, everybody, we're on the Charlie Kirk thing, but there was something else happening too. A lot of people, you know, Kirk is overshadowing it, but there was something else going on too. And it was like, I don't even know, you know, I'm in a predominantly white area. Maybe I don't know if I want to send my kids to school. Like, you remember back in the day, we used to want our kids to go to the predominantly white school. Now look what's going on at their schools. Look, and then and counterpoint, he was at a college, a school, which is predominantly white. We're having these conversations. We should, I mean, and respectfully to a man who wanted to have conversations, maybe that is a conversation that needs to be opened up about the violence amongst their community and what's going on there, because it happened. All of this happened on the same day. All of this happened on the same day and in school, regardless. It was at a school, predominantly white schools. That needs to be a conversation. Ain't nobody want to talk about that. How this is kind of like turning, and like I said, respect to him and his family. Like I said, I don't agree with everything that he said. I'm not coming on here as a fan, and I ain't coming on here as somebody that hates him or whatever. I ain't got time to be hating on nobody. We got stuff over here that I'm trying to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Myself, like that's where we're at. But I can express some sympathy. My empathy as far as where it's coming from and understanding his platform and the things that he was doing with having a conversation. But it's just like that. I mean, that's my whole thing, to where it's like, if anything, I don't want to take people's guns away. But at the same time, it's looking like, what are we what y'all gonna do, people? What y'all gonna do over there in y'all community? What y'all gonna do?
No, but it's not. This is the thing. But Alexis, this is what I'm saying. We have to kind of broaden the way that we think when it comes down to being in America, right? We fucking Americans. I don't give a damn how you look at it. We're Americans. Whether he was at a predominantly white or predominantly black school, what the issues was, he was addressing them, and he was giving the opposite, someone that was on the opposite side of their thoughts, the opportunity to be able to address it. And he gave it enough time. This wasn't like he had somebody to come on to his panel, but they got commercials, so we're going to do it for an hour. Plus, we got to give three minutes per commercial. That wasn't this shit. This was at a point where it's like, I see what it is now, and I'm going to go to these colleges. It wasn't like he was like, I'm just going to go to this one or this one or this one. Because guess what? If somebody felt that he was doing black people a disservice, go to an HBCU. You think he wouldn't do it? He was going to colleges.
There was threats at the HBCUs because of this.
Okay, so then there he's not welcome. Not listen.
But that shows that this is an issue among them. We up here always talking about the issues with us, and we address those issues. This is their issue.
No. That's why I have a problem with this whole thing of this is their issue. We are Americans. We live next door to white people. They live next door to us. We work with them. They work with us. We break bread with them. They break bread with us. We understand the differences between us, but we're acting. Listen to what I'm telling you. We're acting like
JT. And this is all respect.
Okay.
So let me finish it. So when we're acting as if we're foreign, we in a foreign country, we would sit back and act like we on a team against white people. We ain't never been on a team that's against white people in 2023, 4, or 5. If we consider ourselves as black people as a team, then we the worst team in a world. If that's the case, then we want to sit back and then we want to start delineating. It's not about race, people. It's about bigotry.
That's right.
It's about all these other things, because if we're going to talk about that shit, then we have to be able to address our own bullshit. Then if we're going to look at each other and we're going to say we're on the same team, then we got to actually say then we're doing a fucking bad fucking job. Let me tell you one of the reasons why. Because what we do is we celebrate the demise of our own culture. We do, and we don't talk about it like we're talking about it now. Because when I say it, Black Man Unfiltered say it, R. Payne say it, Coach Ferg say it, we either coons, we don't like ourselves, all kind of crazy shit happens. So if we go sit back and now we want to start talking about black people's on one team and white people's on another team, then we got to honestly give an honest synopsis of ourselves. We are a fucking bad fucking team then. We suck.
Malcolm X said we can't have unity with others until we first have unity amongst ourselves. I'm just saying that I don't feel, just like how they try to come in on what was going on and how, like you said, brother, you up here speaking when there's issues amongst our community, you speak out against it, you give it when it's wrong, and I have heard you, JT, when it's right, you give compliment. Like, so I ain't even doubting where you at with it at all. But I'm just saying this opens up a broader conversation as far as, because maybe y'all need to have that conversation over there, because for years they haven't. It's been always looked over and given excuses for this type of behavior in that community. And all I'm saying is that
let me jump in though.
Can I jump in?
Let me just ask her one question. Let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
Alexis, do you?
You know, I love you, JT.
Let me
It's
ask
just a
you
conversation,
this question.
sis. I love you, girl.
Let me just ask you this question, though, Alexis. Don't you think? Because I don't disagree with what you said about the white on white stuff, because this was a white on white situation. But you think that the HBCUs were under attack because of the way blacks behave and try to internalize this shit?
No,
all the black people celebrating on social media. You don't think that energized the white people to put the black HBCUs under lockdown?
No, they said they had received threats, and that was the same day. The same day it happened, they started receiving threats.
They were celebrating immediately.
They were celebrating
his death immediately. It was all over social media. Black people were making this shit, making themselves the center of this goddamn thing. The Uglies and everybody else.
He ain't lying.
I believe black people internalize like everything got to be about us. Just like you said, that wasn't about us. That was a white man killing another white man in front of a whole bunch of white people, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of black men and women jumping up and down, saying how happy they are.
But y'all just but you know that we just capped on the part that this man talked about Martin Luther King Jr. Like,
can I jump in? Can I jump in? Let me jump in.
I'm just saying, like, we can look at it both ways, and I don't want to argue amongst ourselves about who's right or wrong in it. But it's just like I said, my point is that's an issue that they need to address and fix.
Yeah, they're gonna have to fix it.
And we're internalizing that.
You know, I heard a lot of great stuff, man. You know, I agree with a little bit what everybody say. Yeah, Alexis, I agree with some of what you say. You know, I'll just focus on that from what I've seen. Right, I woke up to it that morning. I saw, you know, white boys, they got good video because they was up close. So they had a nice video. He was throwing hats and boom, boom, boom. And I understand the military mindset, because if you ever been trained how to shoot a weapon from far distance, you know how to hit somebody on the move. And you can aim center mass for all the slow people who don't know none of them. If you aim center mass, you may hit anywhere within this area. Anywhere. It don't matter. The person, you know, it's unfortunate, because it was handicapped kids out there, kids from the high school, middle school, elementary school, grandmamas. He was a regular citizen. He was a white, pompous white boy. He understand his white privilege. He was a regular citizen. This shows that living in America ain't free. And you ain't free in America. And regardless of how we want to fight each other, because we fighting over shit backwards. We talked about Martin Luther King the last 6-7 years. I heard black folk all day talking about he was a cheater. He did all this 70 years after the man.
That is true.
Yeah, that's right.
And now
hold on, Coach Fred. I want to interject just for a second. I want to add to what you're saying so you can keep flowing. They did find tapes of the CIA, FBI. FBI had already everywhere he went. They bugged everywhere he went, and they had audio of him having sex with other women. And they would take it to his wife and give it to his wife in secret packages and shit, so she could hear him with other women.
But why are we surprised though?
We're not.
I'm just saying. I was. But what I'm saying is to find this. But you think about it, you find this out 40 years. You weren't even born when you. I was 2 months old when they took him out, and we got people 30 years barely graduated high school talking about, oh yeah, he found out he was a cheat. Man, they followed. It's all a part of the process. They took him out before age 40. This is a white dude in the prime of his. He's a regular student. I don't even think he graduated college.
He didn't.
That's what I'm saying. What are we arguing about for? I want to know what we arguing about.
Right. Really. Let me get these super chats out the way real quick when we get back into it.
Man, y'all cut me out one more time on.
Say what? What did he say? Go for it. What did he say?
He said you cut him off, man. You know, he's bad.
Go Bird. Oh, come on. Go Bird. Where you at? Go Bird.
Coach.
Hey, Antoine said.
It's your fault. It's your fault.
Read the super chats. I love y'all, man. Go ahead.
Antoine $5 super chat. He said at the same time of the Charlie Kirk incident, there was a school shooting that took place in Everton, Colorado. That is exactly right. When you come back in, Coach Ferg, we're gonna talk about that too. Antoine, thank you for the $5 super chat. He sent another $5 super chat. He says, before we address the elephant in the room, we have to face the problems in our own community first. Mm-hmm. All right, as you were.
Hey, listen, I'm just saying, I've been looking at it and I saw it early. I saw the shirt jump up. Before he hit the floor, he was already gone. You seen him still. And the shock that it put on America, it put a greater shock on it because you don't hear these buzzing politicians talking a whole lot. Listen, I understand the bigger picture in America, and this is why I say, brothers, this is a good time. This is a good time to start getting life serious. Listen, he's white. He's proud to be white. I'm proud to be a light-skinned black dude, but I only hear black folk calling me nigga. So learn these skills, get into these spaces. This is and listen, college people, whether y'all know it or not, whether how much debt they got, for all you welfare recipients, college going people pay that for you. They pay that. So stop acting like college is a bad thing. Go learn a skilled trade sometime. Start taking advantage of the opportunities because this time next year, things are going to shift. Those that sit around and keep talking black and white, you might be finding yourself out there picking pumpkins or something. If not, you better figure it out. Wherever.
You know, he was against, like, he felt college was a scam, right?
Right, that's right. He was talking to the people.
College is a scam.
Well, I'm just saying, just like, I mean.
But he understood the process. He was trying to, the best people to talk to are, Muhammad Ali went around the country talking to colleges. Muhammad Ali did the same thing. Malcolm X did the same thing. He did the same thing they was doing. What happened? Everyone ain't here because except Muhammad Ali. He got to live out his life because he was a boxer. This is not new. This is a white dude, a regular white boy. He understood being a father, being a man, and welfare. The biggest thing of black men we talk about as far as one of our biggest problems is this dumbass child support law that bankrupts the kids and everybody. He was trying to make a change, but again, he talk about, and the thing about him talking about black, I only hear him calling out the dumb shit that we sort of throw a blind eye to. I believe every kid got a chance to grow up and be ugly, just like all of us. Every kid, I don't care.
Speak for yourself, nigga.
I'm just saying, though. The kids need a chance. Leave the kids alone.
We don't have to.
Let me say two things and I'll shut up. For America, take the dope out the streets. If you're gonna legalize marijuana, take crack, heroin, meth, get that off the streets. Let people just learn and be slow on their own. You can't take these hard drugs off. Stop playing. I'm glad they took the sugar off the food stamps. Kids is overweight. Get outside, get some energy, learn how to do some other shit besides talk about black folk shit. Learn how to hunt, fish, whatever, climb a tree, whatever it takes to survive. We men, we ain't got time to be lagging behind talking about our women. No, they'll catch up if they don't.
Hold on, Coach Ferg. EBT in Michigan is still lit. You can still get everything that you want in Michigan.
Trump go clean that up, though.
It ain't got to our state yet. It ain't got to our state yet.
Trump go clean it up. But what I'm saying is, this is a good time for people who serious about life to get serious about life. It's a good time. If not,
I agree. I agree with that.
Ain't gonna be no more welfare, no more Keith Sweat songs, no more Baby I Love You. It's gonna be like you're gonna have to get out here and get yours. So those days is numbered. He showed you. They killed a prime white dude. Could have been prime for the presidency at 35.
So
and I'm done, man. It's crazy, man.
Let me address this.
We don't have to be acting like. That's the thing. Like, he did say some stuff that was crazy. Like, he was one of those ones that believed it. And like, we were better during slavery and Jim Crow. He was one of those.
So this is the thing, and
the marriage rate in Jim Crow, JT, you know it. The marriage rate in Jim Crow was what?
Yeah, it was. R-Pain,
you was at Jim Crow? What was the marriage rate, Jim?
The marriage rate was over. It was.
We had the highest rate until they gave us birth.
It was the highest rate. We was 80-some%. We was
Not
80-some% married, bro.
that, you know, when all the stuff that we talk about reparations, all the shit that they destroyed that black people have was during Jim Crow.
Yeah.
All of those fucking towns, all of those Black Wall Street, all that was during Jim Crow. We built empires during Jim Crow.
And what did they do? What did they do when they saw us building?
Right now, we ain't building those things.
Because every time we try, they break it down.
It ain't no every time when you try. Hey, let me say this, and I got to give a shout out.
Ask me the question, JT.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Jim Crow, when we were under the most oppression, we built empires because we had to do the things we had to do to build them. Today, we can't even have a panel without black people killing each other on a goddamn panel.
Yeah,
right. We hate each other. Black people. Black people.
Who did we learn it from?
Hold up. Former slaves were smarter. Former slaves were smarter. Former slaves were smarter than us modern lazy people. Former slaves did everything
I'm not saying
they did everything hands on from the gate. Everybody was able to do things hands on. They built stuff from scratch. They created their own businesses. Who outside of some computer type of business, young black people don't want to do no labor no more.
Yeah, but it's a process with all of this. This is why I said what I said earlier in the show when I said we could talk about building a fucking Dagwood sandwich, and it's always going to go back to slavery and segregation. So my point is this:
go ahead with your thing. What all the millionaires we have now? We should have empires.
Yes,
we should have empires.
Yes, because we're integrated. We are fully integrated. That was my whole point. We're fully integrated into America, and we're still we got people that's born in the 2000s that are talking the same fucking talking points as people did in the 60s and the 70s. That shit sounds crazy to me. When you talk about this, and we got to be careful when we start bringing up Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, because at their demise, right before their demise, they had a change of thought. That's basically what it is, because this is what scholars do. This is how they do it. When you talk about Malcolm X was silenced by the head of the Nation of Islam, right? He was silenced, suppressed because of his thoughts. This is when we have to come back to the 2000s, y'all. We got to bring, because we keep trying to be on somebody else's laurels. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. He has a song called Somebody Else's Laurels. When we talk about this whole thing in Tulsa, Oklahoma, it was a bunch of fucking stores. It was a bunch of we can't build stores. We can't build a fucking bank.
We should be able to.
The thing is our mindset is fucked up now because we're totally integrated in America. This is coming from someone that has been across the world, and I see how things go. When we're talking about something that just happened just a day ago, this was someone, whether he was white or black, that had something he wanted to do, and he was assassinated, murdered, killed, whatever you want to say, because of how he stood in this world. That's basically where this comes from. This ain't got shit to do with slavery. This ain't got, we as black folks, this is why I'm like, okay, well, most black folks need to stop talking. Because first and foremost, before this man even got killed, well, didn't nobody even know who the fuck he was. And I'm talking about black folks. You don't even know who the fuck he was. Now everybody wants to start doing research and talk about he's a white supremacist. No, you must don't know what a white supremacist is. I ain't seen nowhere where white supremacists got assassinated in front of millions of people, millions, hundreds of millions of people now, probably billions now, because of their way of thinking. White supremacists don't get murdered like that. That is someone that's saying, hey, this is my thought. If that man was a nationalist, that's what he was. That's why I was getting ready to go, RP. We had a white man that came on this panel and other panels. Remember the nigga with the mask that used to come on here? He was a nationalist. Then this is the craziest part. He was a nationalist and he was an atheist. But he but he also said that he followed the principles of Christianity. That shit was wild to us. And we had extensive conversations with this guy. One of the things I took from him was that he said, yeah, white folks, we ain't been together in a long time. Tell me the last time you saw a whole bunch of white people at a family reunion. He said that. Tell me, we've been separate. Yeah, well, they do that and they get fucked up together and they do all the bullshit together, but they don't do anything with that counts together, right? So when he said that, it made sense to me to say, yeah, we're fully integrated because we're following the same behaviors that those folks followed. He was like, I don't have a lot of fucking family members that we go and we on Thanksgiving or something like that, we all get together. It's just a few of them. This is where black folks is now.
Alexis, let's say we follow your method, right? There's a shift to follow your method, right? Your Malcolm X method, right?
Method. What is my method?
You're as far as, separation. You support some form of separation? Let's just say that can happen, right? Let's just say, right? You Malcolm X, we separate. We Malcolm X, we ready to get on, right?
Well, separate but equal. Yes.
Yeah, separate but equal. Yeah, we want all the equals, but we won't separate, right? I believe I'm like 15. You're probably close to 40 or something like that. Y'all gonna have problems in y'all age group. What age group are you going with? Are you going with older or are you going with your age group?
As far as within my community?
If you're gonna say tribal up in your community, are you going with the men or are you going with the women?
No, but I'm not saying no. As my community, we're all together. We're not. I'm saying as far as I'm talking about from the race part. As far as that was something that was put out there even by Malcolm X. But I mean, now we are integrated. It is what it is, and it's. I think it is disingenuous, especially because I don't want to go on to the slavery part. But it's disingenuous to act like slavery didn't have an effect on the time of Jim Crow. Jim Crow didn't have an effect on the era of the civil rights. The civil rights didn't have an effect on the time of the 80s and when we really got able to actually say we were possibly free. And then those times having an effect on this time. Like all of that stuff had some type of effect to where we still are behind the counterparts in that other race. Like, so I'm not going to blame, and like we could all say like, oh my goodness, yeah, we're all this now, so why ain't we doing this? Man, the effects from when we were trying to get to just one point, like all of that has dragged on into this earth to where it's so hard for people. I've traveled. I've been in other places in other communities to where my mind frame is different, to where I'm like, oh yeah, I could go out there and look, if you put me wherever I'm at, I'm gonna make something happen. I love Texas, but if I have to go somewhere else, I'm gonna make something happen. If no one ever taught you that, how do you know that it's that easy? If your mama went through stuff and your grandfather went through stuff and his grandfather went through stuff and they're all suffering from the effects of it, how do you can be that one to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna make the change? But it's so hard. Have you, like, y'all know that if you're gonna get out and exercise, if you never exercise, it's hard to go out there and try to really push yourself to exercise and get in shape if you never had to do that before. So that's what I'm saying. Like, It's so easy for us to be like, oh, y'all, we could do this now. Don't be trying to make excuses, man. It's easy to be said if you've been in the position to say, you know what, I know I can. And there's a lot of people that look like us that haven't been in the position to say that I know I can. And they just don't know how.
And the thing is, I see what Alexis is saying. And here's the thing, fellas, like the damage that was done to black people in America is way worse than people today give it credit for. We've forgotten a lot of that because people like us on the panel, we've gotten out of that. We've risen above it, made something of ourselves. But the damage was way worse.
Mandrell, was it easy? Was it easy to get out of it?
No, of course not.
Thank you, Antoine. He said generational trauma.
Myself and JT. Shout out to y'all on the panel. Shout out to JT. We're in Generation X.
Oh, man.
I'm on the tail end of Generation X, but I think Coach Ferg is there too. He might be the early birds to it. But me and JT we heard the blueprint. Go to school, graduate high school, go to college and get your degree, get a good job. Now, right in the middle of me and JT's generation doing that, everything flipped upside down.
Game crack.
The entire game changed.
Crack.
All the rules were different. You know what I'm saying? So, and you have to keep in mind, that's what Alexis is saying.
But hold on, man, Dre.
Hold on, because this is my point. What Alexis is saying is extremely valid because how many people do y'all know, especially us in the South, especially you, BMU, how many people do you know of older generations and the same generation that you're in now who just simply don't know anything else?
A lot, nigga.
Right. And so my thing is, you go generation after generation after generation, they don't know, they don't have anything to teach the next generation except what they know.
Except all you guys.
Except you. So if all they know, but here's the thing, I'm gonna be a part-timer in that person's life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Hold on, R-Pain. I'm gonna be a part-timer in that person's life. But if they come to me once, even as often as once a week, but they gotta go back home 6 days out of the week and deal with the same BS.
But
which end of the spectrum are they going to be more likely to lean on?
But this is where I come from all the time with the whole perspective. Like as you said, you younger Gen X, I'm 57. I'm right in the middle of Gen X. You and JT came from homes. JT lived in Detroit. Half his neighborhood was families. You lived in the neighborhood where it was families, fathers, mothers, everybody, right? When that dope came into y'all life right after high school, that shit changed the game. Those kids are now adults today. So I can understand. But in the South, I knew a lot of people in the South that owned property. When that dope came, a lot of them lost that property. A lot of these inner cities started to being destroyed by its own self. I saw young brothers taken out. I saw young mothers being strung out on drugs. Those women and boys and kids that survived are adults today. They 40, 42, and they see the struggle. Not saying this. Hold up. The white man bought the drug in, right? They bought it into young teenage boys, right? They took advantage of the teenage boy living in the inner city, living in the hood, whatever. They took advantage of it. So the money was there, but the money was destroying us. Now that's where the government needs to, I said earlier, take the dope off the streets. Y'all legalizing marijuana, take the dope off the streets. Yeah, black folk can't do dope. It gets into black folks smoke weed all day, go to work, climb the Empire State Building, won't no problem. But when they start getting into that dope breaks them down. It turns down.
It's fentanyl now. It's fentanyl now.
The thing is, number one, here's the thing. Number one, marijuana is not an actual drug. No, it's not.
There you go.
The reason why it's illegal is it was some bullshit that the Rockefellers pulled because they were in the lumber industry, and hemp was going to take that over. Point, though. But beside the point, my thing is, R-Pain, I understand. My thing is with R-Pain, I understand R-Pain's point when he says there's no excuses, thus and so.
I didn't say that. First of all, I haven't had a chance to say all you fucking guys are talking about shit where I've been. And you're all saying stuff, and I've been there. I'm sitting here listening to y'all talk, man. You know, I've been down there, man. I was born in the Jim Crow era. Yes. You know, I'm sitting here listening to y'all telling me, give me the assistance. We have to have some kind of solution oriented. We're not going to save everybody. Everybody's not going to be saved.
And my solution
really is, and this is what Anissa said, right? She said this, right? She said, if we could have done it, we would have done it by now. And if we wouldn't be, in the position we are in. So what I'm saying is the way we're talking is like there's no solution.
Right.
And I'm saying we can only be informed by the past. Right? And everybody today, no matter how ignorant you are, have the greatest weapon in their hands. And that's one of these fucking guys. No matter how poor they are, there's information at your fingertips if you want to look for it. And I'm saying that there's an evolutionary thing that we have to go through. We're never going to be equal with the people who oppressed us 100 and 150 years ago. That doesn't mean we can't get started.
That's the truth. That's true.
We just got to get started. And let me just finish. And I'll be right here. So we get started where we're at. And what my generation does this and the next generation does that, it's up to us to teach the following generation. And if we teach them that all we are is victims of the past, we're not really teaching them that they could be the champions of the future.
But like I said,
so all I'm just saying is, I know what I'm doing in my family, and I'm just trying to say, listen, I learned a couple of things, and I'm teaching my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, and shit. Like, so when you're working your life away, when it's time for you to retire, I want to put you in a position where you don't have to be the fucking greeter at the Walmart and have these young motherfuckers disrespecting you in McDonald's and shit like that, so you could live and survive. Right, so I'm catching my cousins and my aunts and those younger ones and say, you're still 40, you got 20 years to work. This is what you need to be doing. So that's each one teach one, man. And it comes to us, and we ain't gonna save everybody. It's just not.
Okay. And I think I need to address this too while I'm here. Go ahead and get this out of the way.
I'm done.
I saw that video, Arpain. Like an hour after it happened, people are lighting me up on social media, asking me my opinion. This shot with Charlie Kirk, right? People are sending me the video and asking me, what do I think? I'm like, what do you mean, what do I think? I think like 8 people sent it to me. And then throughout the day, like at the end of the day, I had like 47 people sent me a video or either asked me about it. I'm like, what do you mean? What do I think of this? Okay, he got shot. Oh, okay. What's next? So they're asking me about ballistics and tactics and stuff like that about it. They said, do I think it's a professional? I said, this is definitely not a professional. Absolutely not. Definitely not. Now, how do you know? I said, number one, that shot was from close range. Had to be. But then the next day, people are like, well, it was 200 yards. I'm like, yeah, that's close.
That's close.
With a bolt action rifle, that's close.
It wasn't 200 yards, though.
Yeah, it was.
It was I thought it was 200 meters.
No,
because it was. If you look at the campus, it was sort of like an amphitheater setup, and the buildings were sort of low.
That's even better. Then
right?
That's what I'm saying. That it wasn't as 200 yards, but it was sort of
200 meters.
Because 200 yards is 2 football fields.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I understand the distance. That's why it was. They said I heard the news say 200 meters, but
let's say because the news gets it mixed up, they're not going to get it correct.
Right.
They're dumb. So it's about, let's say, about 200 yards, give or take. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're saying. Number one, no professional is going to take a shot from that close up. Okay. Number two, his perch that he chose. Now, it gave you great line of sight. That's good. But the perch he chose, no, you're on a rooftop. Yeah. No professional is going to be on a rooftop. You're too exposed. Well, what would you do since you know so fucking much? Okay, cool. Here's what I would do. I would find a building, okay, with a window facing the amphitheater. All right. Mm-hmm. And I would be inside the room. Not like in the movies where the guy's got the rifle outside the window. He's leaning outside the window. No. You're not going to know I'm there because I'm going to take the shot from inside the room. I have the gun set up on a table or something, and I would take that shot from there. And for me, I'm not going to be comfortable taking that shot anything closer than 500 meters.
Right.
So I'm going to be at least 500 meters.
For getting away. In terms of getting away?
No, in terms of taking that shot.
Okay. Why do you need to be further away then?
Because I want to get away. You just said it.
That's what I just said. Okay.
Because I want to take this. I want to take the shot, and I want to be able to get away, and my rifle would be suppressed. Okay.
That's another thing, because now you got sight especially we got cameras and shit now,
Right.
and then you have sound. At the end of the day, when a person gets assassinated, you don't hear the boom
Right.
exactly when you see the attack.
Exactly.
That's not going to happen.
And here's the thing. I wish people would stop calling this an assassination, because it's not an assassination.
Yeah.
This dude, y'all brought up Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Okay, he wasn't that. He wasn't.
Right.
Charlie Kirk was no Martin Luther King,
He
no
was a
Malcolm
regular
X.
citizen.
Not
He
even
was
the
just a
white.
regular
Right, he was just a regular citizen.
Regular citizen. I agree with that.
And here's the thing. He's spoken some wild shit about black people. I mean, absolutely atrocious, wild shit about black people. So to answer y'all's question, why y'all so disgusted with people celebrating his death, that's why people are celebrating his death, because of the things he said about black people. Okay. Oh yeah, fuck him. He's going to jail too, or at least he's going.
He's going to.
So he's no Umar, whatever. Okay.
You got to be able to pume.
Right. Umar can pume. Okay.
Hey, but Pedro, when they found the gun, right? Before the
That's
video,
another mistake. That's another mistake he made.
As soon as they found the gun, I said they're gonna find this guy.
Here's my thing. My thing is, if this is a professional,
rifle, I should say.
Right. If this is a professional, number one, you wouldn't leave it anywhere. Yeah. You would not leave that weapon anywhere. And the thing is, okay, now there's more stuff with this whole case that doesn't sound right to me. Okay, I saw the video. I finally seen the video today of him leaving the area, wherever. Right now, they say they found that rifle. It was a 30-06 with a scope. A decent choice for a weapon, if I do say so myself. I'm not going to say that's not a bad choice.
Oh, since you got your gun degree, Mandrip.
I've been had that. Hey, I've been had that, Alexis. I did that. That's what I did in the Army.
I'm getting back to because you said there since you got your degree.
Right. Okay. Not a bad choice. But yeah, not a bad choice of weapons, but that's not the one I would choose. Okay, that's not even the caliber I would choose. I would choose a 300 Winchester Magnum for y'all who want to know. Now, they found it in the woods. No professional is going to leave their weapon anywhere, because if a professional does that, he's a ghost. He's a ghost. You don't know where the shot came from. And first of all, a professional is not going to do that as far as killing somebody. Why do it that way? You know what I'm saying? JT, how about poison or a car accident or anything? You know what I'm saying? A mugging, whatever. You're not going to do that. So it's amateur hour. DL Saint from I Really Want to Know podcast, he asked me about it. And I was like, he asked, what do you think it is? I said, it's amateur hour. That was my first answer. Amateur. Yeah. This is like an hour after it happened. He asked me what I thought. I said, it's amateur hour.
He was a marksman at best. He was a marksman
someone, yes, I agree with you. Someone trained him how to use a rifle, probably for hunting or something like that. And that next shot was, that next shot, absolute pure luck.
What is that?
Pure luck.
But they do that anyway.
He wasn't trying to hit him in the neck.
He was trying to hit him in the heart. He was trying to
hold on.
But he's
no, fellas, come on, man.
Hold on, Jay Far.
Come on, man. You know how to shoot.
But because of that, no, he was going for the head, JT. But he miscalculated the altitude that he was in and the windage. Okay, that's why his shirt flew up when he got hit. Is because the vortex that was created when the round hit him, created a vortex underneath it, and it lifted his shirt up. Right. But see, a professional knows this, an amateur does not.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So even when you say that, Andrea, the number one thing is that we already understand that when you do a headshot, and if he did it from whether it was 200 meters or 200
yards,
200 yards
or 200 meters, yeah.
That's when you can sit back and say, well, maybe he is an expert at it, right? But from what I seen, that man was literally, at best, a marksman. At best, he was a marksman.
And for people who don't know, marksman, you ain't exactly good. You ain't exactly good as a marksman. You all right.
Hold on. So he wasn't former military. He's just a dude that they got some land where they know. But I know. But listen, though, this is what I'm saying about it, right? You know, yes. He's a guy whose family, they have access to guns. So all the young, I'm going to say this and I'm going to let y'all cook about him because he's an idiot. He wanted to get caught. He was caught up in his emotions like Americans do. So it is what it is. But all you black folk got little 14, 15-year-old kids, you teach a kid about weapon safety, teach a kid about 911 safety, start teaching your kids how to get down and duck. Because when that shot went off, people stood there shocked. They were shocked. Everybody
You're not gonna be able to,
2 or 3 inches. I mean,
but you're not going to be able to teach anyone how to deal with something as egregious as someone being murdered and right in front of them.
PTSD. If I was y'all, if you was there, go to the government and tell them you got PTSD and get paid for the rest of your life.
But think about this. For one, this is some brand new shit for the world, because we talking about millions and billions of people seeing someone get murdered in front of their eyes. This is what I mean by that. Until 2008 was probably the time where you had the most people that ever seen a murder right in front of their eyes. Facebook, whatever, what else we had that was going on? Instagram and all of that shit. 2008 was where that shit came from. Before 2008, there was about, we got to say, 95% of the people in America, I can't say in the world, but 95 people in America have never witnessed a murder, ever. They've never even witnessed somebody even getting shot. 95%. So now what we're seeing right now, this shit is brand spanking new. This shit is wearing on people.
Here's the thing, JT. Like, when I saw it, I was like, so? You know what I'm saying? But because the thing is, someone says, what about JFK? Here's the thing about JFK. JFK was done that way to make a point. That's why it was so public like that. And plus, it is confirmed.
It wasn't at 4K though.
Right, but here's the thing. It's also confirmed that Lee Harvey Oswald was not the only gunman. There was a lot that went into.
He went back and then he went forward. So they already understand, and it wasn't. And no, Coach Ferg, that makes a big difference. It had a close up. Nobody ever seen no shit like this. The majority of people. Damn near 100% of the people have never seen that type of shit. Like somebody said it earlier. My man Trey said it. He said, "Nigga, I thought this was a Tarantino movie, right? Because it was in 4K. It was in front of millions now, and it's still at the time we talk about right now. You can go on Twitter right now. You can go on IG right now, and you can still see this murder playing over and over and over again. You've never had this thing. We've never had this in front of us before. That's why
they haven't taken it down yet.
Hey, no, here's the thing.
You can't take it down. How?
Alexis, here's the thing. I watched it again today. I'm talking about the unedited one.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I got like I told you, I got a lot of them in my Twitter feed.
I saw
you know what I'm saying? But my thing is this. I get what JT is saying, but the long and short of this is nothing's going to change from it. I'm a Second Amendment absolutist. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to come in here and take my fucking guns. My question to you is, what are you going to do when I tell you no? You show up at my door and say, hey, I want you to surrender your guns. No. Now what are you going to do?
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, JT? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you just got your beard, man, Dre. We don't want to. We want your beard to get old and gray, man. No, but we want your beard to get old and gray like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
We got
Scam Likely up here, man. What you got to say, Scam? What are you saying on the subject, man?
What's up, Scam?
What's going on? Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
A couple simple things. Number one, some dude that I don't know from the internet who does internet political stuff got killed by some other dude that I don't know in a state that I ain't never been in. And that's probably the case for a whole lot of black people. But somehow, this is the new revolution for black. The hell are we talking about?
It's not exactly. It's not.
The hell are we talking about? You know, the black. A white dude we don't know who talked about stuff.
Who got killed by a white dude
on the internet? What are we talking about?
Nothing. Scam.
Man, it's the new revolution. We gotta pick a side.
Hold on, Scam. I know some black people are not informed about a lot of people who are in politics, and things of that nature. but this guy was well known. Like he wasn't no motherfucker. If motherfuckers say they don't know him, they full of shit. He was well known.
Okay, let me say this. Let me say it again.
And if he lived, he would have ran for president at 35.
Okay. Let me rephrase this. Some dude that I don't know, and a lot of people don't know, and if they do know, ain't gonna see, wouldn't meet, don't know what he's talking about anyway, got killed by some goofy dusty. And this is the revolution. The hell are we talking about?
What revolution are you talking about? People
because they've been talking about white on white crime all day. They ain't been talking about blackity black.
My point again, blickety black, wiggity white, anything. Let's just be real. People are just clicking on anything and slobbering and bringing it up. No, here's the deal. Today it's blackity black. Tomorrow's wiggity white. Then by Sunday, it's going to be divorce and 50-50. All over this incident, somebody we don't even know.
You always going back to the same old bullshit.
Don't let scam. That's what they're gonna do.
Scam. Don't derail this conversation, Scam.
I'm telling the damn truth.
You're not telling the truth.
But again, because I don't agree, or I don't just act as if every narrative on YouTube is the reality. Because I actually say, you know, most people are just regular people eating a sandwich. Just like JT said, it's getting to the point where, hey man, do you want mustard on your sandwich? Black man. That's where it's getting. That's what JT's even saying. And me and JT disagree all the damn time. But it's getting that bad.
Okay, look, we were speaking. We understood that, Skim. We understood that. That's not, you know, we understand that. So at this point, since we all understand that, what is your opinion? Did you research this man? Did you see what his views were?
No.
Somebody
I don't know him, and he's not God. Stop making this man God. It's some dude from the internet.
Wait, don't disrespect us. We're not making him God. We're having a conversation about a
am I.
Now you're not, because you didn't even know nothing about him. So go ahead.
That's my point.
You can't don't let scam troll you upset.
We're having this.
Scroll you upset, Lexus. No, Lexus, don't let him scroll you upset.
No, it's the same thing. Just like something happened, it could be a rapper that got hit by a truck.
No, we're not doing that.
And y'all bring up the whole community. This is what all the people are doing.
Scam, we're not doing that.
Y'all just did it for an hour. What are you talking about?
Hold on, wait. What rapper did we bring up in this conversation?
You missed what I was saying. Mandrell knows what I'm saying.
No, because you're trying to correlate some things that correlation and causation are not always one and the same. So right now, that man had views. How do you feel about his views? And how does that make you feel about what actually happened?
I don't. That's my whole point. There is a population of people, probably a majority, who don't know, ain't there, and they're going to park their cars in the same parking spot that they did yesterday. This isn't some revolutionary thing like the San Andreas Fault floating off into the ocean. It's some dude, and the dude who killed him was some dude.
All right.
But if if you make it look like it's the whole world changing, then that's what it'll be.
You know what? The whole world doesn't have to change to have the conversation about.
There's just as many parking spaces as it was yesterday.
We got where you're coming from. You know, it's just the real point is nobody's making this guy greater than life. But hey, while it's a current event, it's good for a topic for discussion. It's as simple as
current topic.
Nobody's life is going to change because of this guy here, not on this panel. But
our pain topic for discussion is fair. That's cool.
Yeah.
But when it gets all to the extra, he was assassinated.
He was not assassinated.
He was assassinated. Listen, if somebody got one of y'all, if somebody took one of y'all out from outside y'all house, damn it, that's assassination. You a regular citizen trying to just walk down the street. If an old lady gets shot, she got assassinated.
No, it's weird to me. It's weird to me that people be on on social media talk about it's not assassination when we've had people complaining that somebody is trying to assassinate their character. Huh? When we talk about when motherfuckers getting sued, we talk about motherfuckers getting sued over defamation, and the first thing that come out of people's mouth is assassination of my character.
JT.
So it's weird on social media to me to hear people go into semantics. We understand exactly what assassination is, and we understand what murder is. Guess what it is? Assassination is still murder. It's still murder. You
get what I'm saying, though, JT.
But it makes it even more fucked up when we can't even keep things in context. The most sickening part to me is when you have someone like how Scam Likely say some dude that ended up getting murdered on a global platform, global, because you can't be local no more. And you can't be, when you talk about internet, this shit is global. It is not national and it is not local anymore. It is global. When we're talking about this type of thing that's happening for someone that was trying to change culture by just saying debate. That's basically what it was. Debate. And we would take it out of context and we would call this man a damn racist and what's the other? Doesn't matter. We all are racist. Every one of us is. Everybody that's sitting there saying that this man is a fucking racist, they're racist too. You're a racist too. But the thing is that he was murdered in front of the world.
Here's the thing.
We take it out of context. We take it so far out of context when we start talking about shit like slavery.
Wait, what's that got to do? Now, what's that got to do with anything?
We're talking about his talking points. You can't talk about his talking points anymore because guess what he did? Even when he had his talking points, he gave you an opportunity to go and debate him. It's in the spirit of debate. It ain't in the spirit of white supremacy. It ain't in the spirit of being a racist. It's in a spirit of debate. No, it was not. That's where I have a problem. This shit is crazy as fuck. Now, had the man said what he had to say and he didn't get killed, nobody would even be talking about this shit other than me, R-Pain, and a couple of other people. Because we were the ones that were sitting back and we were talking about the things that we agreed about, what he was saying, or debating about, and the things that we did not agree about. We were the ones that were. It overshadows everything when you start talking about dumb shit that don't even matter.
Yeah, no.
Facts.
But wait, who's
so pretty much this is a white Umar, and I'm supposed.
Give me a second, Scam. Give me a second, Scam. So, because I'm behind the curve on this, JT, I haven't been watching a lot of, well, none of this bullshit really, to be honest. But who's bringing up? Because I'm with y'all. What does this have to do with slavery? What's this got to do with that?
Absolutely, what you just said.
No, DeMonte, turn your camera on. DeMonte Green Beans, turn your camera on, sir.
That's my whole point. They bring
What's up, Tommy?
Not only is that's what I mean by people taking things out of context, right? When this shit happened, let me tell you the number one goddamn group of people that got attacked. The one that got attacked was black men. It wasn't even 10 hours. And we had motherfuckers going on social media, black men. Y'all self-hate because y'all over here crying about this white man being killed. It wasn't even 10 hours. And we had motherfuckers attacking us as black fucking men. When we're saying, damn, that was fucked up.
JT, I didn't get those messages.
Okay, you didn't. But let me tell you
I'm not subscribed to IHateBlackMen.com. So I don't know. I don't know who the white guy is who got killed. What are we talking about?
We talking about people taking shit out of context.
What
Like I
unit?
said,
Oh,
a
God.
white man got killed and motherfuckers start on their panels. Just go on panels. You can go on any random fucking panel and you got people talking about slavery and goddamn
JT, you're proving my
segregation.
point.
This
You're
might be
on
risky
dust
having you
panel.
on today as
We're
well.
on. You're on dust panels. That's what they do. That's their job.
Okay, well then
Johnny,
we agree. Then scam. Then we agree.
no, no,
I'm not talking to
JT.
you.
Dust panels is not a great rep. If that was a representation of black men and black women, I would have sniped my damn self from 4 feet away.
I beg your pardon?
Joke. It's
No,
not
I'm just
reality.
what
It
I'm
represents
saying. No, what I'm saying though, scam is this. It's in the spirit. I don't care what nobody say. It was in the spirit of debate. Period, bro.
Yeah, let's move past. What's up, Tommy B? What's going on, man? What you got on the topic?
What up, Tom?
What's up, Tommy?
Oh, no, I was just watching. I'm at my daughter football game. So I don't want this speaker gonna go off in a minute. I don't want to go off in the mic.
No doubt, no doubt.
Okay. So because like this, fellas, some of this stuff y'all got to catch me up on because I don't watch the dumb shit no more. I honestly don't have time. But yeah, I'm completely indifferent to the situation. I mean, so what? You know what I mean? People die every day. I don't care one way or the other. I don't care one way or the other. I mean, especially about him. Like I said, he said some wild shit about black people.
Yeah,
and my thing is that's why we're celebrating it. I'm not saying
that's
right.
bullshit. Let me tell you, Mandrell, that is some bullshit. Because at the end of the day, you did not have this man standing up with a picket sign saying "fuck niggas." He just was not saying that. It was when you actually understand exactly how this man was moving, you can't say that because it wasn't. No, you can't.
Heard the things I've heard him say.
I've
heard him say.
Wait, but y'all saying, and the thing is this, and we always talked about this. We've been doing this shit for a while. Motherfucking black men want to be butthurt about because somebody says something about what's going on with black folks. That's some bullshit to me when you're talking about someone that was there. Like I said, it was in the spirit of debate. So it wasn't like he sat in on his own on his panel and he was in a room by himself and he was just like, these niggas is killing each other and y'all niggas need to get this shit together. On his
podcast.
No, listen, what I'm telling you, it's in the spirit of debate.
That's not in the spirit of debate on his podcast.
If you let me, no, but that wasn't what his platform started to be. It started to be where
I don't even understand how you niggas even love this.
That's not the point of what I'm making, and this is why I say people take it out of fucking context. At the end of the day, it was in the spirit of debate. Now, if the motherfucker didn't give a motherfucker a chance in face to face and say, okay, so what is it that you have to say to counter what I have to say? And so I can understand that. But he didn't. The motherfucker gave you a microphone, and let me tell you what he did with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. He asked them to prove him wrong. Let me tell you what they couldn't do. Prove him wrong.
They could have. They just didn't know how.
Yes, the fuck they could. They just wasn't educated.
Did you hear what you just said, Mandrell? Hold on. Did you hear what you just said? They done had thousands of swings at this shit, and they couldn't do it. He was going from one campus to the next campus to the next campus. They could nobody do it.
He did get beat. What are you talking about?
So if there was defeated. But it wasn't black folks that was doing it by themselves. My point is that it's in the spirit of debate. I'm going to end it with this right here, Payne, and I'm going to let you go. It's in the spirit of debate.
That's what I was going to say. It's the spirit of debate. The topics might not be pleasant, but everybody had an opportunity to debate them. Sometimes he won. Most of the time he won. Maybe once in a while he lost. But it was all part of debate. He would even give the dumb shit he said about the black shit. I didn't agree with a lot of that stuff, but you had a chance to debate him. You had a chance to debate him. Hey, listen, Doe Monty, I see you up here, man. What you got to say on it, man?
What's up, Green Bean?
I don't see how y'all say that about this dude. I really don't. I really don't care anything about his death. I mean, I ain't celebrating it, but at the same time,
just Doe Monty get a little.
I'm not mourning and nothing like that.
Man, we got a new guest up here. Let him say a little bit of stuff. You got anything to say, Doe Monty? What's up?
Can you hear me clear?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we got you, bro.
This is not our fight. And that's about all I got to say.
Okay. Yeah, you're right though. It ain't our fight.
No,
Oh
It's
no,
not.
so hold on. Can I
no,
just
light
ask if y'all
skin
heard
versus
this
dark
one?
skin. Come on, let's fight.
Can I
Go ahead, Greedy. Go ahead,
Y'all,
Tom.
I
Go
just
y'all,
ahead.
want to
y'all ain't
ask
gonna
if
beat
y'all
us,
heard
man.
this because once I heard it out of his mouth, quoted, I was done with the motherfucker.
Right.
Martin Luther King Jr. was a well-known rapist. Oh, I'm sorry, rapist.
Did he say that?
Yes,
That
he
came
did.
out of his mouth.
I told you, he said some real
That
wild
came out of his
shit
mouth.
about black people.
So listen. So when I hear niggas taking up him, I'm gonna reasonably think that quote didn't go through their ears because I'm sitting there like and listen, I ain't never heard of this dude till this shit happened. That's one of the first things that popped up on my feed. And like I said, this isn't no I read a quote. I heard it come out of his lips.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
he don't
seen him,
know.
and we
That's fine.
watched him. And look, because I saw that
Now,
same clip too.
let
I
me
watched
explain.
him say it.
That's not
We
an
all know
opinion.
that's a lie.
It's not a lie.
We know that's he ain't raping nobody.
Right. So
Yeah, we
this
know.
is the thing.
Let Tommy finish.
If you don't fuck with him, fine. That's my whole point. Motherfuckers didn't. It was a lot of people that did not listen to his shit, did not want to follow it or whatever, for whatever reason. That's a cool thing to do. Guess what I do when I don't fuck with nobody? I don't listen to their shit. Or if I have the chance to be able to either debate them or talk to them or cuss them out or whatever, that's what I would do. It's still in the spirit of fucking debate. When we have this is why I have a problem with it.
JT,
Yeah,
let
go
me
ahead.
explain to you why this is bullshit. People are literally mad right now, right, over the reaction of this man dying. Why? Because he died, because he got a wife and kids, right? Last time I checked, Martin Luther King got assassinated. Last time I checked, he still got kids. He got grandkids that's still sitting out here. People are mad at Kendrick Lamar because of what he called Drake. This dude's calling him, we could argue, even worse than that. One of our greats, one of ours that literally pushed peace, one of our best.
No, you can't compare this guy to Martin Luther King.
But like I said,
No. Whoa. You missing what I'm saying, Arfang. I'm saying this is who this guy utterly disrespected like that.
Yeah,
And was going campus to campus spitting that out. And the reaction that I'm getting from niggas is, here's debate.
No,
Man,
you know,
y'all got me fucked up, dog. That's never okay. Period.
But the thing is, the thing is though, if we did a deep dive, let's just be honest, bro. I ain't taking up for nobody, right? I'm right in the middle of the cornfield here. Cotton on one side, corn on the other side. Who gives a fuck? But I will say this: if we did a deep dive on all of our leaders, whether white or black, all them motherfuckers and did some fucked up shit that we don't agree with. And I'm gonna say, and especially with Martin Luther King. When Martin Luther King got that award from Margaret Sanger for helping her with the abortion in the black community and killing all them black babies, that fucked me up. I said, damn, I used to look to Martin Luther King. He done helped this white woman kill up all the babies in the black community.
Martin Luther King was leading a movement that the government wanted stopped. He was under FBI watch 24/7, and literally the thing that would have brought down the entire movement, they said, you know what, we're gonna ignore it. It don't even sound like it makes sense. And the fact that you even come on, dog, y'all letting this white boy make
No, I'm not.
crazy,
No, it's
bro.
not that. Hold on. I want to say this. Hold on. Let me say this to Tommy real quick. What I'm saying is, like I said before, I said it. I said I don't. Hey, I listened to this Charlie nigga. I don't agree with half the shit he say either. What I'm saying is that when you find out things, it shocks you. And I was gonna do this show a long time ago about, damn, wait a minute. So Martin Luther King stood for civil rights, but then he also helped Margaret Sanger. He was one of the people that she went to and said, hey, I need you to help me.
The preachers, him and the black
They went to all the preachers and the deacons and the nurses and black doctors, and they said, we're gonna sit down with y'all. We need y'all to give this option to your community. And Martin Luther King was one of the preachers who sat down in black houses and told the women, if you don't want to carry these kids, you can kill them.
Gotcha.
And now,
here's
they went, so after they got abortions, we had what? How many abortions we had now? 30 million?
Abortions and sterilizations. By the way.
Here's the thing about that, though.
Just Google it. Google it. It's right there on Google.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing about that. I mean, there's context that you're leaving out. Just like anyone makes an argument about why black people are in the situation they're in now, you leave out a lot of context, a ton of it, and a metric fuck ton of history. You leave all of that out. Here's the thing with that.
Mandre, hold on, real quick, Mandre, let me ask you a question. Hold on, Mandre, let me ask you a question. If tomorrow you Googled me and you saw 10 years ago, I got the Hitler Award of the Year. Are you looking for context? Are you gonna say, "Damn, why the fuck does BMU got the Hitler Award"?
There you go. There you go. Hold on. There you go. You're looking for context because you asked a question.
No,
I'm saying why you did it.
You want to know
and
why?
Here's the thing with Martin Luther King. The reason why he did that is because he was tricked into that, just like the government tricked him.
That man was a fucking genius, man. When you said he was tricked,
yes, he was. And that's why hold on. Here's the thing. This is why. Here's the thing. You guys know this well. Martin started off with peace this, peace that, but then eventually Martin figured out that Malcolm was right and he was wrong. That's why his whole tone changed towards the end of his life. His whole tone changed.
But this is the thing.
And he started preaching a different message.
No. This is the whole thing. Because people talking about it as if Martin Luther King said this shit publicly. This is what I'm saying. We keep bringing up him and Malcolm X. One of the things that what you get, especially that whole thing where I led my people the wrong way and things. You know where people got that from? The book he wrote. Most people don't even know that he wrote a fucking 5 books. Nobody read that shit. But when we talking about something that's happening right now, currently, we always bring this shit back to that dumbass shit that we talking about. And ain't none of us up here other than Coach Ferg and Art Payne that was living when he was still living. Right?
Okay.
And Coach Ferg was a baby.
Art Payne was 15 years old during Jim Crow, wasn't you, Art Payne?
No, he was 25. So all of this shit that we get, all of this shit that we get is third party. A lot of this shit is third fucking party. And you're right, Mandrell. It does take context to have it. But that's my whole point about what happened now. It takes context. So when we're talking about something that's happening right now, how the fuck do we always get back to slavery? Because we so fucking butthurt because we've seen some fucking clips of a white man that was debating people that said something about black folks. And that's the only thing that we do. And now we want to sit back, man, I don't nobody care if this is the thing. Just like you don't care, Mandrell, that man got killed or nothing, you indifferent to it.
I am.
He had the same fucking way on how he thought about a lot of things too. But the problem is that this shit is global again. So for us to come on a panel or come on something and say, hey, black men, y'all need to quit feeling the way that y'all feel. Or black men, you got to be indifferent to this. Or we the ones that's I'm mad at this shit because I'm like, how the fuck are we the fucking target over what's happening right now? We the fucking target. It don't matter what the fuck going on right now. Black men are going to be the ones that's going to have to suffer from this shit. Yep. And then you got motherfuckers talking about slavery. This shit is backwards.
Absolutely not.
So hold on, Scam.
The answer is no. Just no.
Real quick.
I agree with Scam.
Today when all this stuff happened, like, you know, like Mandrell, people were sending you stuff. I was getting a lot of stuff. And so one of the ladies that I know that I go to church with sent me a video and she said, this is the man that we're all happy. This is a church lady now. This is the man that this is why we happy that he did. Right. And I said, oh, okay. And she said, I'm finna send you the video right now and you can play it on your show. And she just texted me and said, I've been watching your show for over an hour. You ain't played it yet. So this is a video that she said that she watched that was super racist that this man did. And I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. Here it is.
How are you? What a beautiful kid that is.
Thank you.
What a gift from God.
Yeah. She truly is. She is the biggest blessing. Something that kind of has me like on the fence of whether or not I go kind of like full blown more like conservative or moderate is just seeing how
Give it up. That is a gift from the Lord, everybody. That is just beautiful.
I see that, we're starting to save a lot of money from things such as like Doge, but do you think that some of that money should go back to maybe like reforming the way that welfare is done to help poor families who do want to kind of pursue that American dream?
Great question. The number one objective of any social welfare program should be, how do we keep the family together and put dads back in the family? Unfortunately, in the black community, dads are the most absent of any community. About 2/3 of all black youth will be raised without a stable father around. And I know, it's crazy, right? And that little precious angel of yours deserves to have a father around. And unfortunately, as we've removed dads from families, government has come in and has taken the place. So some people need help and they need social assistance. All of that should be about incentivizing the dad staying around, not the dad leaving. The Democrat Party does not talk about dads at all. The Republican Party, we are talking about how men need to be men again, in the home, take responsibility, provide for your family, and with strong families comes smaller government and a better country.
That was racist.
I got the text message right
Black
here.
Man Unfiltered. Do I look like a sucker to you?
Sounds good, don't it? Sounds good.
I mean,
Black
it's crazy
man.
to me. So
Say it again. Say it again, Stan.
So you gonna play that video, act like that's the video we all going off of, and saying that?
No.
You didn't hear the context. You didn't hear the context.
Oh, hell no.
Tommy, you missed it. Tommy, you missed it.
You missed the
the lady at my
context.
church sent me this video and said, will you play this on your show tonight to show people that he's racist? I said, yeah, I'll play it. I forgot. She just texted me and said, I've been watching your show over an hour. You ain't played my video yet. I said, okay, I'll play it for you right now. So she sent it to me and I put it up here.
Okay, that's clearly not a racist thing.
No,
But
she said,
hold on, let me finish.
This is so disingenuous. This fucking argument.
No.
He said a lot of bad things about black people. It still doesn't justify a fucking assassination and destroying our country. Listen, if we start killing people,
Hey, Tommy finna blow up. Tommy, don't blow up, Tommy.
If we start killing people for what they say, it's over for all of us.
That's all of us,
man.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's so disingenuous. He said a lot of bad things about black people. So the fuck.
Hey, answer this question, y'all, when you finish. Answer this when you finish.
Bad things about black people. It doesn't assassination coming with something you don't like somebody to say is the issue. That's the issue. He said shit people don't like to say, so they shot him, man. If our country devolves into that, man, we're all done.
Man, this is stupid shit.
HBCUs because of threats, because black people dancing on his fucking grave. We don't have nothing to do with that.
That's not true.
No,
that ain't even true. What the hell are you talking about?
Why they shut down the HBCUs, man? Why they lock them down?
Because of the threats. What are you talking about?
So those are threats. Where you think the threats came from?
Our pain.
Wait, listen, hold on.
Y'all subscribe to the dumbest shit, and then y'all say that's what all black people are doing.
Hold on.
This shit is crazy.
Listen to how goofy that. Wait a minute. Wait. So you're justifying the fact that this dude got knocked. Hold on. This dude got knocked down by one of his own, and instead of them smashing on their own, let's go get the people that's laughing at it. We're more mad at the people that's laughing than the ones that did it.
Because he said, so you guys are
Tommy, I don't know, Tommy. I don't know.
So wait, but let me say this part too.
Because you didn't see all the TikToks of black people dancing on his grave?
So
you didn't see any of the TikToks.
I feel like I have to explain this to people. But the only language that I
crazy out there, and
I only speak one language, my guy. My only language I speak is English. You can't rewind this tape one time in here, be one time say that it was okay for that to happen. Period, point blank. Why y'all hear stuff and then y'all just get to, but like nobody said that.
I mean, the guy's not perfect. Nobody's idolizing this dude. That's why this argument is fucked up.
Hey, Tommy.
The issue is we can't have people getting shot for their ideas.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
the
common
issue.
sense, R-Pain. That's not where the issue comes in at. The issue comes in at when people when people, they about to play this music. Hold on.
Damn.
It's not common sense. It's not common sense. That's the reason why you have the passion between our pain and myself, because you guys keep taking it out of context.
My
The
question
answer is
out of
no.
context. Oh, okay. Here's my question to both you and our pain, because JT, this is gonna be one of them issues for you and I. Okay?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
We've been on a before I disappeared. We've been on a good streak.
You my brother. You my brother.
Yeah,
you my
and I
brother.
was on a good long streak of agreeing with each other.
Yeah.
This might be another one of them ones from the beginning.
Yeah.
It is what it is. My question to you and Uncle Ruckus is, why the blue fuck do you guys care?
Because it's not that we care, and that's why I keep saying you guys keep taking it out of context, right?
Crazy,
this is one thing that you did to disqualify yourself, Mandrell, is that when you said, I don't follow this guy, I don't fuck with this guy, I don't care. So it automatically takes you out of the context because you haven't followed enough. What me and our pain was talking about is in the spirit of conversation and debate.
Okay, gotcha.
For someone to get killed off of that, and everybody else takes it to a whole different space where they start talking about race and they start talking about all kind of bullshit. He be saying some wild shit about black folks, and we like, okay, we understand it, but he gives a goddamn platform where it's like, prove me wrong in that spirit.
And it's easy
now. So now what's happening now, and this is why I say this shit is making me fucking sick now, is because the man done got murdered, right? So now we got shit coming from all different angles now. So we got the race shit that's coming. Now we got this whole fucking conspiracy that's coming, that it was bigger than him just going on campuses and debating people. Now it's this whole thing of this motherfucker was even on CNN or whatever those other places where they were saying this nigga was the motherfucking he was the spearhead of political fucking whatever it was. It is all this crazy ass bullshit. Yeah. Then you got another one where motherfuckers like he's over here and he's taking the minds of the young folks on these colleges, and they were doing this strategically. And what he's doing is it's fucked up. Where it was just a guy, and Scam likely said it, and I will agree on this point. It's some guy that comes out, had an ideal to do certain things, and he got murdered for it. And he didn't hurt anybody.
Gotcha. But here's my thing, though, JT. He got knocked down by one of his own, like Tommy said, right?
Right.
Now, because I talked to my sister about this very subject today. Y'all don't see the irony. Y'all see the thing is, my sister and I did follow him just to see what he was talking about. And as soon as we heard the bullshit, it was like, oh yeah, that's what this is. Okay. And then, but every now and then you'll see a clip of him, right?
That's not fair.
Now, hold on, let me finish because this is important. Everything about his death was irony. The irony of all the bullshit he spoke.
Mandrell,
everything he talked about and believed in.
Death I've ever seen in life.
It is so ironic. Like everything about his death is the antithesis of what he believed to be true.
Words was the most ironic shit ever.
Ironic, dude.
Hold on. So that's another thing that was really fucked up, and it was taken out of context too.
No doubt.
It was definitely taken out of fucking context. And this is why I'm telling you, it makes me fucking sick. When a person was asking him a question and he asked them a clarifying question. Right. And in the middle of him asking a clarifying question, that's when he got killed. And everybody's saying, well, that's irony.
Let me know when I
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
that was to Tommy.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Let me tell you why you wrong, JT. Number one, bullshit. That was not a clarifying question. That was a deflection. Let me tell you what was even more ironic. the actual question that person was asking him about happened that very same day too. They had a mass shooting, and he knew exactly what they meant when they said that. His deflection was back to what one of his talking points was that we are more violent than them, which again made it way more ironic. And then for him to, I think one of his things was, I'm more likely to be attacked by a black guy than a white guy. Ironic who took, like, the whole thing is so fucking ironic.
Even if that was the question, but this is the thing, even if that was true, so fucking what? He didn't deserve to get killed. Now, let
Tommy,
me ask
you
you a
forgot to
question.
say-
Hold on.
Tommy, you forgot to say checkmate.
Y'all learned y'all
Let me ask you a question, Tommy.
Black folk, y'all gonna have to choose a side. Black folk, choose a side. Choose a side.
Wait, it ain't gonna be black folks. Black folks don't choose black folks.
Choose a
So let
side.
me say
Choose
this.
a side.
Let me ask this to Tommy then. What was the question that was asked to him?
It ain't just a question. That's what we are trying to tell you. It's everything that's being said on this platform.
What's wrong with y'all?
Let me ask Tommy, what was the question that was asked to him?
I don't know it verbatim. It was something
So
about.
then, okay, you can't say it was bullshit then.
No.
That's disingenuous to the motherfucker.
That's not.
What was asked to him?
Oh man!
First of all, I
y'all
know
be
exactly.
tripping, man. Y'all be tripping, dog. Y'all be tripping. You don't even know what the question was, but then you say what he said. That was my whole point where I said this shit is bullshit.
I don't know
Alexis,
it
get in.
verbatim. It
Alexis,
doesn't
get in.
matter. If I tell you what I think it is, I guarantee you I'm 99% right on what the fuck I'm talking about. I might have a word missing or not, is what I'm saying. I can't quote it exactly. But what the person was asking was his opinion on the mass shooting.
He didn't know. That means that he gave us that means he gave a statement. He didn't give a statement. The guy asked him a question. And the reason why I know it, because I know what the question was, and I know how many times it was asked to him. Because guess what I did? I followed the things that he was debating about. And that's why he asked a clarifying question when the guy asked him a question. He said he wanted a clarifying question. And the question was based off of stats. That's all it was based off of, was stats. Not how he felt, not what he thought, all these things. It was the fucking stats. But we would take that instant right there, that last instant, and that's sickening, to sit back and say that he said something that he did not say.
JT, technically,
Let Lexi jump in, man, because y'all niggas are just running your mouth.
All of your BS.
Yeah.
Because it ain't many times that I'm going.
What'd you say?
I said before you get into all your BS.
No, it was pretty. I was gonna say something pretty simple,
Okay.
but Tommy forgot to say checkmate.
No,
it's funny that it's not black folks' problem, but black folks is talking about it. That's crazy as fuck to me.
Look, because I need to get this out since BMU had brought it up too, and I was over here and it just hit me. And I don't really try to defend this guy too much because I told y'all who my man's is. But what if he was going in the neighborhoods and convincing the black women to abort the babies? Is a way like how the slaves were jumping off the ship, or the slave women that were killing their babies because they didn't want them in this world. Maybe that's why Martin Luther King was trying to get these babies, because he didn't want them, bringing them in this world. And then he said that what he was doing, maybe he led his people down the wrong way. So maybe he didn't want these babies coming in this world, that he led his black people down the wrong way.
That's a theory, but I don't think that's
what are we talking about?
Because you kept bringing up Martin Luther King and the Mary Senior thing. So maybe he did that. Maybe he did that because he didn't want no more black kids brought up in this effed up world. In the effed up world where we're arguing over this white man and saying like, okay, he did have the right to speak his feelings, but that doesn't take anything away from what he said about Martin Luther King.
Alexa,
if
you've ever,
I'm bringing up Pee Wee Herman next because this is out of control.
Hold on, if you've ever used, No, hold on, Alexis. If you've ever used anything from Planned Parenthood, you are a white supremacist. I don't care what nobody say. If you've ever went to Planned Parenthood and if you've ever used any products from Planned Parenthood, you are a white supremacist too. I don't care what color you are.
All
How
right,
about
I don't
that?
know what the hell anybody talking about now.
In a fucking
What's going on, man?
That
I'm
is
sorry.
insane, my nigga.
Hey, what's the topic?
This shit is wild.
Calm down, Malcolm X.
That shit
Sister
is
Malcolm, calm
wild.
down.
Let's get back on point. Let's get back on point.
Calm down, sister.
Yeah, what's the topic now? Is it shoelaces? I'm lost.
Scam.
What are you talking about?
Calm down, man. Y'all
I'm
tripping.
gonna ask this question.
Y'all didn't hear that topic?
No, we heard you.
I don't know how we got back to Martin Luther King though.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
No, I wanted to get it. I wanted to give him his flowers because I don't give Martin his flowers often, and the thought was in my mind. So I wanted to hurry up.
No, let me get this right. A white dude kills a white dude in Utah, and we're talking about child deletions and white supremacy. What the hell are we talking about?
Right.
So I'm wrong for bringing up Pee Wee Herman.
No,
I'm wrong. Or shoelaces and Nike and cross country.
That white guy talked about Martin
you don't
Luther
get those.
King.
That's not all. No, that's not all he said. Hold on, because here's another point. Because I want to get back to. Hold on, I want to get back to this point because I do have to go. I got stuff to do tomorrow.
Go ahead, man, Joe.
I miss you, man, Doug. I ain't seen you in a minute, man,
Here's what I meant by it's the most ironic death ever. Okay, he would say all the time that Black people, one of the reasons why Black people are so violent and so bad is because we come from a single parent household. Well, the white kid who killed him was from a 2-parent household. Well, Black people are so violent and so bad because, well, they don't respect police. They don't respect police. If they had police around, then they'd be better. Well, this kid was a son of a cop. Okay. Well, Black people, like it's everything he said about Black people.
Irony. It was
everything he
insane.
said.
And now his household is a single parent household, right?
His house is a single parent household. Everything he said about Black people. It happened to him. I was like,
hey, Mandrell, one more thing. He said he was more than likely.
And you need to have your ass whooped.
It's true.
Hey, JT. They were arguing about will he die more at the hands of it was a debate. So technically he lost that debate because he died at the hands of a white man right then.
Oh, that is true.
So he lost the debate.
Hold on.
He lost his
From a household who goes to college because he said Black people don't go to college. He said Black people don't go to college.
Hold on. That's crazy. Them motherfucker that y'all gonna use the man. This is where the shit gets sick.
JT, you asked for it, you got it.
So a motherfucker can sit back. A motherfucker can sit back and they can hold on. A motherfucker can sit back and they can have an argument, and then and for a person to sit back and say, "I'm gonna prove this nigga wrong."
Yes,
I'm gonna fly to America. Mind you, the motherfucker that killed him is not his own because the motherfucker is from another country.
No, he's
comes allegedly. Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. That kid lives 2 hours away from that university. He's born and raised in the United States. His father was
allegedly. Hold on, because I can't say that you're wrong, but you can't say that I'm wrong right now. Because right now,
you have a whole profile on him.
Not say so,
bro. They have motherfuckers that sit back and said that the motherfucker flew all the way from another country to come and kill him.
Bullshit. That's
okay.
Bullshit.
I said that.
JT, I seen like kid pictures of the dude. Like they have a whole profile on this guy. They tried to do it.
Okay. So next.
It's my turn.
So tomorrow and next and the next with all these other stupid ass conspiracies come out, then I'm here because everything is third party.
But think about this, though, JT.
Because y'all tripping.
Wait. Let me say this one thing, Coach. Think about this, JT. The governor literally got on TV and said he prayed for 33 hours that the person wasn't from here. So if a conspiracy comes out of here, I won't blame him.
This is what I'm saying, right? And so that's why I said this is my whole thing, and this probably be the last night I'm gonna talk about this goofy ass shit, because at the end of the day, the man is
don't know what you're talking about, JT. You don't know what you're talking about, JT.
You know
Go to hell, Mandrell.
All these dudes from the military, all these dudes sitting up here going, they all from the military. You see them?
And we all brothers too, so you know it is what it is.
Yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Tommy, this shit wild to me tonight. I don't understand this.
See, that's the problem with y'all, man. Y'all got to choose a side.
Old times, Mandrell.
JT, don't be playing into these little young boys' little mind shit. All these dudes were in their 40s, so they a little wild. Now, I'm going to say this now. I ain't know a lot about the man, right? But I went back and listened to him. You know, anybody gets shot on national TV at 9 o'clock, he's worthy of looking there like that.
You can go to hell too in this.
He said something. Listen, here's the thing that I understand. He said some derogatory shit about us, but he told us our ugly truth in the face. He slapped us in the face with our ugly truth. So black folk, y'all gonna have to choose a side.
No,
that's bullshit, Trey.
Hold on. No. Y'all gonna have to choose a side.
That's bullshit.
Well, anyway,
that's bullshit.
If we gonna have to choose a side, because here's the thing: we try to say that the kids is bad and they run out here being misfits. He said something, and I believe and this is where black men, since y'all say y'all leaders and they doing all, this is an opportunity to go get in front of that whole system and go get your sons and daughters.
But
yes.
Hold on.
They took him out.
So he said the kids were bad and got took out by an adult?
Yes, he got took out by an adult. Another pompous boy who's brought up in the same system to keep the ideology going, to make sure niggas don't get the message.
No. Trey Firth, everything that he said, everything got flipped upside down.
I hate niggas too sometimes.
Everything he said got flipped upside down.
I get tired of black folk crying about the shit that they ain't taking the opportunity to get into, and crying about the shit that they wasn't even living under when black folk was the richest among the slow ass people.
So that's
I get tired of that. So the only thing I'm saying is now scam for the brothers who's always said the system and the man and somebody. This is an opportunity to get in front of this shit. Y'all crying about the women who y'all can't even date.
There it goes, Trey Firth.
We gotta choose a side.
Trey Firth. I said it an hour ago.
Ladies sometimes run from you scary ass niggas, but y'all want to choose a side. It's time to get your boots on.
I said it an hour ago. That a white man kills a white man and somebody gonna bring it up about 50-50 in the women. You're doing it right now.
Can we roast the pig now?
Shit, y'all brought up slavery.
You ready to go barbecue? Come on, man.
Wait a minute.
60 people got shot in Chicago last week. 60 people got shot in Chicago last week. What are we talking about?
Hold on, Ferg. You can't say shit about him when motherfucker bringing up slavery. Look, you can't say shit to Coach Ferg if you bringing up slavery. At least he's more prevalent in what he's talking about.
Y'all brought up motherfucking slavery. We acting worse than the slaves now because everybody won't tell on each other and be mad at each other. They don't want to leave the plantation. It's a time to leave. This is your best time.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Right, but here's my thing. You older dude.
That's what we need to do with our family.
Y'all tripping.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing.
We need one mic. Go ahead, Mandrell.
Here's the thing. In a few seconds, I want to say this.
I ain't going nowhere with nothing.
One of the craziest things I noticed y'all doing, y'all talking about this dude. Yeah, he said, yeah. Why is it a white man, an American white man's place to say shit about us when they're the ones who put us in this situation in the first place? It ain't his place, in my opinion. And like I said, like I said, hold on, let me finish. And I do mean
context out.
Right, and I mean that all of the crazy shit he said about black people, everything about this dude's death was the antithesis, the exact upside down of all the shit he said about black people. It is the most ironic death, like of all time.
Yeah, but the big part about that, man, Joe, is that everything he said about black people is existing in the white community.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
but he don't say that.
That would be my.
No,
But he don't have to.
That would have been my retort to him.
Yeah, but
all that shit going on in your community, man. You got single mothers, you got single this, you got all that same bullshit. And
He just called out what it is.
You guys got a goddamn drug problem that we don't have. Y'all got that. What's that fentanyl shit? That black people ain't really fucking with that.
Yes, that's my point right there, R-Pain.
That would have been my argument back to him. But
y'all co-signing with a white man having the audacity to say anything to black men about shit.
No, black man, get ahead of
y'all been doing all night.
Shit. Y'all doing that flip flop
No,
shit.
listen.
When I brought it up, y'all was acting like I was wrong when I said y'all
No.
Flip flop on aisle 5. Flip flop on aisle 5.
Scared to focus on their community.
We need one mic. But this is the thing.
Let me say something right quick, JT. My biggest problem with this dude, I'm being 100 with you, is, and I think this is the part that people are missing, is he was spreading rhetoric and he was disguising it as debate. And I say that because, like what Mandrell said, he talks about our problems, but he literally purposefully leaves out all the shit that caused a lot of this shit. And that's why, so when people get tired of us talking about what we went through, that's actually why it's important that we keep talking about it, because people, because people like him will completely erase that shit.
They won't erase it if he's giving you a chance. This is where I have a problem with what you're saying. If it got to the point,
is getting all the black history out of the Smithsonian.
Hold on, Mandrell. Let me just
they're
say
not going to erase it.
Let me say this.
You could dispute the
yes. So let me just say. Let me just say this. Let me say this.
Literally doing it right now.
This was not. This is not what y'all. The way that y'all are putting it out there. This is the whole thing where we saying the spirit of debate. Because guess what could happen? Because we got a bunch of big ass fucking YouTubers and motherfuckers that's just as motherfucker that got just as many people following them as he does. Right?
It's funny. He said spirit of debate.
Can I say what the fuck I gotta say?
We keep going around in circles on this shit. Yeah, listen, we don't have to agree on this panel either.
I just want to finish my fucking what I had to say.
Finish what you gotta say.
No, my thing is where my graphic for cooking? That's what I want.
Hey, man, Coach Bird, read this out loud, bro. Coach Bird.
The last Sunday, you gotta let JT vent a little bit, man.
Y'all niggas is tripping, man.
Play show that.
After the way the Packers did, dog, we go ahead and vent, JT. Let it all out, dog.
Oh, I ain't worried about that. That was the first game, dog. You already know what it is. We them Bears about to catch it. They about to catch it, homie.
Speed, I know you getting ready to run.
They about to catch it. So this is my thing though, man. Let's get back on point, and then we can go out there. We can start bullshitting because it is the barbershop. My whole thing is this. This is not about going hard for Kirk. This is not about this whole. My whole thing is that we've taken it out of context, y'all. We've really taken it out of context because this is what I have a problem with. And I mean, you can shake your head, Mandrell, but I've been on these fucking panels and everybody goes to the same fucking thing. It goes back to slavery. How? It goes back. I can't explain it to you right now because you ain't been on the fucking panel. Get your ass back over here in the goddamn cyber world, and then we can go.
Maybe you can't explain it because it don't make sense.
No, because but that's my whole point. Right. Because they take things out of context. No, you talking about, this is what I'm saying. We keep thinking that this shit happened in a fucking city and everybody just talking. This shit is global and everybody has their own shit. Think about this. What we're seeing is just what the black folks is just saying on the panels. The shit that we see what the white folks is doing is on clips. We understand how this shit go. All of us do. We understand that first and foremost, we have bigger voices than we give ourselves credit for. And when we talking about someone that's talking about something, some rhetoric that has to do with race, especially if you're white and you're talking about black issues, the way that we conquer that shit is that we get in the same space as them and we go in there and we demolish their fucking way of talking, their talking points. We get rid of that shit. That shit that he was saying easily, man, quit interrupting me. That shit that he was saying, that shit that he's saying, if we saying that it was that easy for us to demolish his way of thinking, demolish his talking points, we could have easily done that shit. You know what he would have did once you gave him that motherfucking invite? He would have came over there, he would have talked to your ass, and you could have had the fucking conversation. What we, you know, the motherfucker that was way
go on, JT. Did he ever go to any black colleges?
No, he didn't. No,
we got to land it somewhere, man. I mean,
right. So all right, I'm gonna get to it. The motherfuckers that was way more madder than him at him was the motherfuckers that was LGBT.
Oh yeah,
them motherfuckers was the ones that was mad at him while he was doing his thing, and he was out here debating people that were black, the kids that were black. Guess what? A lot of them did. When they left that microphone, they said, "Damn, you do got a point on that point." And if they didn't, if they couldn't get his ass that day, they couldn't wait for his ass to come back so they could go out there and debate him. It was something that was for. It was something that was for the children, not us old motherfuckers that's caught in our fucking ways, talking about fucking slavery that we put on.
Hold on, JT. No. But here's the caveat for me. Like I don't take no side to it. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, though, because everybody understands YouTube is a platform of adults. Going to colleges and speaking in the language, because he makes the statements about us, but he leaves out some of the reasons why. We can point to a possible reason why over the last 50 years, over this whole democratic welfare recipient handout father separation, he'll speak to what's happening, but he doesn't go back. He would have to do that with adults. Going to young 18, 20-year-old college kids like that, who most black people, if they ain't really got no money, they come from those humble beginnings. So to try to have a debate with somebody like that, no, he's completely out of their league.
I disagree.
But again, they don't have the understanding to have a conversation with that.
Yeah,
but somebody like Arpain, somebody like Mandrell, Arpain, Alexis, who've experienced life, and y'all can pinpoint to some of the reasons why. That's the problem. But
it's not that. That's my point is this. When you talk about college students, they're supposed to be
18, 19 years old, JT.
Yes, that's the ones that you
But you can't talk about what's going on with black people.
This is what I'm saying. I'm gonna end it with this, man. But I'm just trying to get to the point, and I'm glad that we having this type of conversation. I would rather have this conversation. You're talking about majors in debates, majors in medicine, majors in what is it? Scientific politicians. You talk about people that's going to a college. You talk to people that's going to a college or going to an institution where this is the thing that they're talking about. At the end of the day, this man was 100% this whole conservative, and he was a hard conservative, and he was going into hard liberal institutions, and he was having debates with the children, the ones that actually matter. The children are the future.
Yeah, but
he's not going there and telling them.
They couldn't retort to some of his.
Yes. So what happened when you?
Hold on, JT, for a second.
But that's not a fair fight.
They couldn't. That's right. It wasn't.
He's not fighting to win.
But what I'm saying, they don't have the wherewithal to debate him on his logic.
He's not. I get what you're saying, Coach Ferg, but what I'm saying is that they're not fighting to win. I'm sorry, not them, but he's not fighting to win.
I know, but to have that discussion, JT, he needs. Okay, JT, let's have this discussion right here, right? Is there a lot of single parent homes in our community?
Yes.
Has there been like that for the last 60 years or so? It's risen to the highest. Is there a lot of drugs? Is there a lot of drugs in our community?
Yes.
In that single parent home, there's a lot of absent parents, right?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of low comprehend? I guess no aptitude rates in the schools? Are children learning at a lower rate?
Yes.
Okay, so those are realities of what we are, right? Now, to have that conversation with a 17-year-old, just on the clip with the girls, she had a baby, right? She's speaking from welfare, right? And the way he come back, the way he responded to her, it would be totally different if he responded to Alexis, who understands where adults need to have an opportunity in the process who can debate him on what's going on. That's all I'm saying. Yes,
and
they
the
the
thing
kids,
is that
but
of
some of his
course,
ideologies he can spread and say, listen,
I would agree.
I love the fact that we need families. I promote that all day. We
No,
need
but I would
fathers and sons
agree.
and daughters.
I would
need-
agree. But I would
That's all.
agree if he did. No, I get what you're saying, and I definitely agree. I would. This is the thing, not agree, but I understand what you're saying. But I would agree if he did it in a closed form, not on a global standpoint. This is the thing. When we start seeing what he was doing, he didn't target 17, 18-year-olds. He targeted anyone that would come. And let me tell you what we would see, because I'm going to do some shows on his debates. He was debating with the parents of those kids. He was also debating the faculty of those kids. We keep talking about what he's saying about black folks, but I'm telling you right now, one of the biggest issues that he was debating was transsexuals, LGBT, and abortions. That was his biggest debates. He did not just come out here and just start spewing shit and nobody's giving him feedback. That's my point of what I'm saying. They were bringing up whatever it was that they wanted to debate him on, right?
But JT, see what Paul Bennett just says right here? This is the thing that these guys weren't able to retort him on when he would throw out these kind of statistics, because they're not true, right? Well, if you look at the real crime statistics, the numbers are not what he would just state as fact. And there was nobody in his forum to say all this, even though he was wait a second, though. Even though he was trying to debate, what I'm saying is the person on the other side, if they couldn't retort, then the message of a real debate is not being had. He's really preaching a little bit, and it's in the form of a debate sometimes. Not all of it. The other thing that you said, that we're missing the point. The black people, just because he has some bad shit to say about blacks, that wasn't the number one thing he was talking about. He was talking about trans. He was talking about all kinds of shit. And we're getting hung up on the fact that, he mentioned blacks. So all of a sudden now he deserves to die.
About all the shit we argue about. We argue about that.
He talked about everything that was on the left, that was not just black people. And he's right that the left has destroyed the black community. Liberalism has destroyed the black community, and that's not a lie. It's not a lie. Our undying, unfucking wavering support of the Democratic Party, those wolves, those white liberals, and now the new black liberals have destroyed us.
Yes.
He's right about that. Brandon Johnson is a goddamn monster in terms of how he hates black people. He put all those goddamn illegal aliens in the black community, took the money, the little bit of money they have, and gave them the schools and the housing and all that shit, while the black people are under siege by the monsters in our community.
Yeah.
Then say, the murder rate's down from 1,000 to just 600. Two a day is okay. The guy's a monster. Okay. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing on the Democratic Party. And so this is the kind of so I'm not saying. So what I'm saying is there's two things could be true. He did like to have a debate, but sometimes the debate was too much in his favor because some people couldn't retort when they should have.
I think the answer to that, though, to take whatever talking points he have, was for us to pack it up, find out where he's at, get in front of him, because this is the culture we in right now. This is where I have a problem. The culture we're in right now is when people, especially when you have guys that have big channels and things like that, even if you got small channels, if you feel that you can go out there and you can make him look bad on what he's saying, that's the thing. You would contact this man, you would get in front of him, in front of whatever type of forum that you guys set up, and you would have that debate with him. That's my point of what I'm saying. That's the spirit that I'm talking about. Listen, I've seen the things, and it's only been 8 months, probably tops 8 months that I was looking at his stuff. And I've seen things that I disagree. I was like, yeah, man, I'm going to do a show on this right here because he's wrong on this right here, right? We could do a show on this right here. Or Contact that dude. Find out where he had, because guess what he did have? He had our itinerary. And it was on the doggone internet. And you can find out the next college that he was going to go. Not to go there and do the most cowardly thing that you can actually do. Is go there and say, well, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to get on top of a roof, or I'm going to go somewhere else so I can kill him and suppress what he's talking about. That shit is dumb. It's cowardly and it's fucked up. And ain't nobody talking about that shit.
You see what Anissa said right here? There's thousands of people on this, black people saying he deserved to die.
I got some pushback.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I get to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm in rare form right now because we at the barbershop. But bro, I can't have these conversations with people no more. I'm tired. People are fucking lost, and I'm at the point right now where I'm like, listen, everybody ain't gonna make it, and even the ones that I love, you might not be able to make it either. Just hearing their mindset. At the end of the day, as Americans, we're lost. Period.
Go ahead, Scam. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
I hate to say it, but y'all are taking a very small portion of people who participate in dust panels. Dust panels, this is what they do. They make dumb shit 99% of the world and forget about 99% of the real world. That's what they do. Daily, weekly, monthly, hourly. And we're acting like that's what's really going on in the whole world. Or Arpain, what you're saying, or Trey Furry, what you're saying about all black people sleeping under the bridge. They ain't got no shoes. They ain't got nothing.
I never said that.
Who said that shit?
Most people are regular people. There's a whole world out here of different people living differently. And y'all take the worst and say that that's what's going on.
You know what? I think you're projecting because that sounds like what you always do.
Absolutely not. I said exactly what I said, and it was very clear.
It's
not the worst. So it'd be better.
Well, okay. All right.
So I'm not getting these messages on my phone. Like I told you, I never heard of these people. So you're saying, man, this is what the people are doing. It's an attack on black men when a white dude in freaking Utah. And somehow y'all got people on your phone talking about, man, you know, they're getting the black man. What type of people are texting and calling y'all?
No, first of all,
Time out, Scam, man. Time out. What are you talking about? Nobody texting him.
Let me ask you a question, Scam. Can I ask you a question?
Who's sending these messages?
Can I ask you a question? Can you answer a question?
Sure.
Why were the HBCUs under siege yesterday?
Because of threats.
Okay, but why? Who threatened them?
Why the threats?
Who and why?
Okay, you want the real truth?
Yes.
Oh my God, this now.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so we can.
I'm getting it. No, hold on. Here's the deal. In one of them HBCUs, my brother graduated from. He went to Hampton. I went to Norfolk State. Cool. I know what HBCUs are. I went to one.
I know.
But to go up here and grab a microphone and say that a white dude in Utah killed somebody over some white stuff.
No, nobody said that.
And it wasn't even about the white, but somehow it's all right. And they all said, knowing that most of the people who talk about this stuff are white, that they're going to go out there on the East Coast hunting down HBCU people on TikTok. Is this really what we're doing?
Bennett, the black communities are goddamn destroyed. We get bifurcated. We got black people.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about HBCUs.
I'm just talking about what Mr. Bennett said. Black people, black communities half dead, man. Nobody's going down to Harlem and those places in the bad parts of Chicago.
Our pain is doing it right now.
I'm doing the very thing I said right now. You ain't get to the point, man. Listen, you keep talking about this horse shit about the white man. The white people called up the HBCUs with a threat because they seen a whole bunch of you jigaboos jumping around talking about, you know, I'm dancing on Charlie.
Y'all see this shit? Y'all see this?
No, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I'm asking you. Somebody actually made a threat.
You're talking about college students as you jigaboos, and you complaining about white, and you talking about a community? What are you doing right now?
I'm having a good time talking about. Y'all know what I mean. You know, that's better than you got.
The only jigging is the jiggling belly you got. You want to talk about life or death? Open up that refrigerator.
Yeah, it tickles.
Damn,
Like,
man, be quiet, man.
kind of hard there too.
No, Trey Ferg, y'all just watched it. The topic is a white dude over there, and he's talking about how bad the black community and calling them the N-word.
No, I'm not.
He's calling black people in the black community and HBCUs.
But
HBCUs were on the scene yesterday.
You're the problem.
And if you're saying
listen,
it wasn't connected to what happened, then you're the one who's missing the point.
That's why I say black folk got to choose a side, man. We got to choose a side.
And here
right
you
now.
go. Choose a side.
Hold
That very side is black people to beat up other black people.
Hold on,
That's
Scam.
what you're talking about.
Because you swear everybody just mistreated everybody for the last 30 years that was black.
What are you talking about? I didn't
exactly. Same thing you're talking about. So
what the hell are you talking about?
So I'm saying this, Scam. Listen.
And y'all get mad. And I'm supposed to take this serious. So now when I start trolling, I'm the bad guy. Y'all throwing anything out there.
Every time you come up here without your mustache, you get to talking crazy. Next time you come
I
up
said simple stuff, and I stayed on topic. And he's calling HBCU people who got nothing to do with it, calling them niggers.
Listen,
the hell are we talking about?
Listen, our pain said the black community is destroyed. Listen,
what does that got to do with a white dude in Utah?
Hold up. He just did a Charlie Kirk, unfortunately. That's all he did.
Not even.
He just said,
Rollo Kirk.
Hold up, Scam. Hold up. Because what he's doing, right, he's identifying some of our ugly truth. Ain't nothing wrong with that. This is why I say, black folk, we got to choose a side.
No.
White, hold on. Listen. Hold up.
The answer is no.
If the world can't call out our ugly, we got to clean up our ugly. We got to clean up our communities. We got to clean. We got to create our families some kind of way. Because right now, Scam, you can't find a woman, and everybody your age can't find a woman or a man. Everybody's still out here fucking and fighting, crying about what somebody gonna do instead of again taking the opportunity.
What was the question? You hear this shit?
To sit back.
We're talking about shop. The topic could be shoplifting.
Look at the world for what it is.
Talking about black niggers and HBCU.
Oh my goodness, Scam! Look.
Shit.
You see what they just did? Did you see it?
I saw it. But
when you called them out for flip flopping 30 minutes ago, I heard you.
Wait.
I didn't flip flop.
That's what y'all do.
Wait. Look. I want to say this. Okay. I enjoyed being up here with you guys.
Oh no! Don't leave us to scam.
Hold on, Alexis.
No, because
one question.
I'm the only one up here with hair.
It's my turn.
One question before you go.
I'm about to let y'all.
Hold on.
You make us look good, and now you gonna help.
Is this nigga you feel the need to entertain?
Alexis, did you see this? That's the only question I got to ask. Did you see this, Dust?
I did. As long as you can admit that we saw your nonsense too. But anyway, but look,
why not? I'm just saying.
I enjoyed being up here with all of y'all. Shout out to JT, shout out to BMU, Tommy, F the Raiders, and everybody, First Trade, everybody. Like, I enjoyed being up here with y'all. I got to get back to my other job. I got to get these reviews done and all that good stuff.
Right.
But I enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed the pushback, and I'm glad that we were able to have the conversation. And I'm also glad that we're having the conversation amongst us, because the conversation is different when we're having it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have this conversation really with nobody else other than us. You know what I'm saying? So I
beg your pardon.
Yeah, I said in my Dr. Umar, I said I don't. Yeah, I said. But y'all be good. I'll probably be watching y'all, maybe commenting the thing, but I gotta get these reviews done.
Yeah, go work.
Take it easy.
Yep.
All right.
Have a good night, Lexi.
Shout out to Dr. Umar for calling out the people dancing on the grave, man. He actually said something I agree with after a while.
I think even with that, I think it was still, even if there was a threat, right? I think it was a good thing in a sense, because really, we sort of have to start showing humility amongst ourselves. You know, and you know, again, man, I really have nothing good or bad to say about the man. Hey, you know, I'm with Alexis sometimes. You know, sometimes, you know, Brother Malcolm said it. Sometimes they come home to roost. But again, I say we're gonna have to choose a side. We're gonna have to choose a side right now, man. I challenge all of us, man, to choose a side and just move forward. If you want a better life, you see what America's about. It's free, but it ain't free. I would just start moving with determination and stop just arguing about shit that don't make no sense in your life and don't add no value.
Like
you know,
you're doing
start
right
looking
now.
for life as what it is.
I agree with you, man. You know,
but what I'm just saying though, if you're gonna have listen, if you can't have a debate, you know, just based off what the realities are in America, yes, we have some issues. However, again, are we gonna just keep letting the Democrats slap the issues in our face? Are we gonna choose a side to say, hey, we want better? With the young and the old and the fat and the skinny and the tall and the short, the men and the women's that want to be the man, the men's that want to be women, come together to some capacity and say we want something. Other than that, all you working age dudes, y'all gonna have to figure that shit out.
Yeah, the only thing with that you said, there's some people that you can't negotiate with.
Well, they're gonna have to get left to the they gonna be in the fields then. Go pick some pumpkins and shit, some apples or something.
You gotta be able to pume.
I think we need to identify the people we can't associate with and just leave them behind. That's what I think. $5 from Alexis. She said,
I'm separating by age.
What do you do with them very people are in the mirror?
Hold on, respect the money, y'all. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad.
No, I already said it. You know, I just said it. $5 from Alexis. She said, love y'all. All right, we appreciate that. So
love you too, sis. Most definitely.
Yo, so
I never meant to make you cry. You were the only one I've ever loved in my life. And though it's hard for me to show it, I've got to let you know it.
That Key Sweat shit in the back. That
I don't know why Eddie ain't got no Oscar yet, man. He's
Jimmy
one
got
of the most
soul.
talented
Jimmy got
actors.
soul.
1, 2, 3, man, popping out of people, sound good, yeah. 1, 2, 3, hey, Colonel, let's rap with Jimmy Early. Got a hole in the hills, Mercedes Benz, hot swimming pool, got lots of friends, got clothes by the acre, credit to spend. Wake up tomorrow and find nobody there. Jimmy want more, Jimmy want more, Jimmy want, Jimmy want, Jimmy want more.
Jimmy want a piece of that chocolate cake. Hey,
bad man.
I love that shit, boy. Jimmy got soul. Jimmy got soul.
So what y'all gonna do?
all right, so what's the solutions out here for us, man? Listen, I know a lot of people want us to separate from what's going on out there, but you know, one of the things that I think that I have a lot of problem with, people act like we are not a part of America and we could just ignore what's going on around us. I disagree with that. Right now, we don't have to internalize it, but to just say that all this shit happens around us and we shouldn't say anything about it, I think it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't have to be in the middle of it, and that's what I'm thinking went wrong with this whole thing. We're not in the middle of it. It is between white folks. With a crowd of white folks in Utah, white man shot him, you know, and I think we interjected ourselves as black people by having people dance on the grave and come all out on social media talking about how happy they are. And scam, it doesn't matter whether you think that's just social media is the fucking world now. As for you to try to deny that, it's crazy. GLQD and all the goddamn stars, they were making comments, man. You know, and this shit ain't out. You know, you yelling at us on this thing as dust panels, and we got our big fucking race traders up there talking about, you know, the guy deserved what he got. You know, and that puts us in the middle of shit we don't need to be in the middle of.
And ain't none of them coming back to the community to talk to the young folks.
Yeah, man. So you can say,
ain't none of them.
man, and you look like what's the guy, the alien and shit with your hand up there like that.
You better find another occupation, man. You take it. You got your feelings into all of it.
I don't, bro. No, it's not. It's not for serious. It's for joke.
Oh, I know. Get out of social services, man.
But
get out of social services.
When you get to wrapping up and making it serious is where you go wrong. It's about 15% that's serious, and you're not supposed to blow it up and make it your reality. You're not.
So Scam, what? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask Scam. So Scam, like you say, you give a lot of dust, and I believe you're an intelligent man, right? And you right in the heart of.
Go ahead and fire your shot.
No, ain't no shot.
What you got?
I wasn't gonna find no shot.
He fired his shot.
I'm just gonna ask you a question. The question is this, right? Could you give me 3 solutions that we could do as a group, as a whole, not black men, not black women, but 2 of us together? Could you give me 3 things that we could stand on that you believe could help us?
Absolutely. Overall? So you cannot do them and come say the same shit 3 weeks ago about the crack era.
Oh man!
Number 1, get that fat ass in the gym. 2, manage that damn refrigerator. Y'all talk about black men and blickety so much.
Ever say another motherfucking word to me?
Y'all talk about it so much. 8 out of 10 of the reasons of death are in the fridge. So y'all talk about this is the reality. The reality is social media. Open up that damn fridge. That's the reality. Learn about malpractice, the real food that's coming from the earth, the water, and not made in the AutoZone parking lot that you're putting in your body into your veins. Fix that. Eat some bananas. They cheap. It save you some money. That's multiple solutions right there.
Okay, so
I'm never gonna hear this come out of any of y'all either. Y'all is gonna go in one ear. We're gonna go back to the women, or back to some white content creator in Arizona tripped on her shoelace.
You didn't answer my question, bro.
There you go. I didn't answer.
As an individual, I need to eat better.
Oh, I didn't.
Hold up. As an individual, we all need to eat better. As an individual, we all need to pull back from the refrigerator. That's men and women. Now, the question I asked you, what are 3 things? Well, you can give me one good one that can take both of us to stand side by side and say, this is what we need to push forward. Yes, and after we go stand together, we can go back and make sure we eat healthier. What can we do as
like I just said? I gave you an answer and you don't want it. Just tell the truth.
So go eat the banana and go back into your little cave and cry.
Just tell the truth.
Lord Jesus.
I don't want to do it, and I don't want black people to do it. I want them to die so I can talk about the crack era every day. Just tell
my God. Yeah, listen.
I gave you the answer.
Look, Scam, listen. I'm sorry. Man. Let me apologize to you, man, because I believe you was a product of that era.
There we go. No, I'm healthy. Parents,
what I'm saying,
all that stuff.
But what I'm saying is,
you a solution. You don't want it, so you want to throw it back.
I'll take it. Black folk, get y'all fat asses in the gym. Black folk on YouTube, everybody get in the gym, back up off the refrigerator. Don't buy sweets with your EBTs. Everybody get the kids outside, exercise, and we'll have a healthy America.
Hey, coach. So this is the thing.
That's what I got.
No, this is right, but this is the thing.
That's what I heard him say.
Yeah, this is the thing. What we have to do as just people, we have to first and foremost understand that we are contributes. We are the contribution to society. Every one of us is. Right? That's what we have to actually look at. We have to understand how the world works, how it separates us and how it brings us together, right? And then we just have to do our best. We have to do our best to try to make this world a little bit better, right? No matter how small it seems, we have to do it. But we are contributions. Think about what. Okay, let's go with I'm not even gonna say with Kurt. He didn't bring up this shit, but he was he co-opted this shit. Family, right? Let's think about what family actually is. And this going to your it's a contribution. Why do people get married? So we can actually give something to our community, right? The best contribution that we can give to them is another human being, right? Or it could be the worst. But our intention should be is to make that our best contribution, our children. Because they're not ours to own. They're ours to be able to contribute to the world. That's our tithes. Actually, to tell you the truth, we are tithes from our parents to the world. Problem is that I don't think that we even fall up under that whole concept anymore. We don't do it because listen to what we're talking about socially, what people are talking about now. Not being married, fucking, and then they talk about what comes from that, right? Just arbitrarily fucking each other. What we end up having? A bunch of strays, a bunch of strags. We think that time is granted. Like when we say forever, we should never even have that in our, and it shouldn't even be in our dialect. A lifetime should be in our dialect. The problem we have right now is that people don't want to dedicate themselves. We got a problem with that. And sometimes dedicating yourself can cost you your life. That's just what it is. We having a big problem right now with life because we don't want to go through the directions. Right in front of our fucking face. And we will ignore it and we will fall on our own understandings. And we just be doing shit. Especially what we doing. We can see it a lot more now because guess what? The things that we talk about is global now. It's very global. And when we're sitting back listening to ourselves, listen to yourself sometimes. Coach, you've been on a bunch of panels. You talk a lot of shit, nigga. There's a lot of shit that you've done that is recorded. Our pain, it's a lot of things that's recorded that you've said and things like that, right? Shit's dope. We didn't have this shit 30 years ago. But we're contributions that's giving contributions. Somebody said it a long time ago. I have no idea who is the author of it, but they said it's the gift that keeps on giving. Us. We're the gift that keeps on giving. So if I'm going to have a child, wouldn't I want to have a child with someone that wants to have a child? Wouldn't I want to have a family and a community where I can actually be able to philosophize it to my child? The way that we talk about this whole thing of having power, I think everybody has it, different levels of it, but we have power. But we talk as if we're powerless. And then what we would do after that is that we would go to the next person that we're communicating with, and we would deflect our shit onto them.
It's true.
Because we failed. We failed. My whole thing is this, y'all, and I'm gonna end this with this. Let's just get to basics again. Be a great person. Be able to give something that you have. Knowledge, right? Be able to learn at the same time that you're teaching. being able to be that type of a person, be as great as you possibly can and not be so fucking complacent. What we're talking about now is a bunch of complacent motherfuckers that think that they're holier than thou, that think they're perfect in all these different things, and they deflect because they see their failure and they think nobody else see their fucking failure. At the end of the day, we have to get to a point where we have to say, hey man, this is what it is, not what it looks like. And then we move from there. And I end it with that, man.
Hey, man, I hear you, man. So, Tommy, you came back. Well, you got something new to say or what?
Is this final thoughts? Or we're still going?
Yeah, no, we're gonna go around on final thoughts, man, so we can get out
I'll
of
just
here.
ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I
All
was just done. Like my daughter had FaceTime me, so I had to show her sister a little bit.
I hear you. All right, well, go ahead. You can start, Scam, and we'll get around to then you can go, Tommy, after that. What do you got, Scam? What's your final thoughts, brother?
Shout out to JT. Me and him been dusting for years, but that's still JT. We good. I think he got good intentions, but we two totally different people. Somewhere we can meet. It's all good. I know JT cares about family and putting something back together. That's where we can align. My thing is, people want to put the windows and that front brick part of the house and then a nice car in the driveway, but they don't want to fix what's really in the house. You got to look in the mirror. You got to actually really be something versus trying to look and smell and sound like something. When you really be something, all the rest of the stuff don't even really matter. A lot of these conversations, a lot of stuff you're hearing is fake. Somebody like me and Tommy, we smell this pain and bullshit from 488 miles away. Smell it, seen it, done it, been through half of it, seen people, almost to the point we can click on a panel, watch 10 people and say, oh, that one right there, nah, he lying. He lying. Him, he all right. Oh, this one, no, he ain't even married. I bet you his wife beat him up last week. Oh, this one, no. It gets to be where that's what it is. And I ain't perfect either. I got some dust, 3.6 gallons worth. But when it comes to doing the work and making yourself a better person, that's not really for negotiation. You can't fake it. Try faking your diet and watch what happens. Try faking your attitude and your confidence and the way that you speak. And do you really actually love and care for people? You can't fake that shit. You might get some clicks and views and all that, but at the end of the day, you got to live with yourself. And it just don't work that way. And it ain't like we ain't been hearing getting them phone calls or text or real life or even people around here. Man, my life ain't shit, man. Like it ain't happening. So we can play this game, but we know what it really is. But that's real life. There are real solutions to real problems. And we got to just become better people. As far as this whole case or with this thing, debate culture is not collective. It's combat. It's warfare. It's I'm smarter than you. I'm going to put you here. And it's people just talking and influencing doofuses. Constant debating. And that's what it becomes where, and our pain is a part of that. People really do live in social media. That's the problem. Those people are weak. But when we're talking about a reality, it can't stay like that. And it can't be like that. I'm seeing weak 30, 40, 50-year-olds come on panels in the environment, social, Facebook, all of them, scared to even say, hey, I got a question or I disagree with something. That's how socially weak they are, which means their confidence and you're supposed to be leaders. It's a problem. And this is a reality. But some dude in Utah popped the dude over some social media political stuff. Over some stuff. Let's just say that. And my reason for saying that stuff is people say, oh, Trump, you're so big on the family. So Trump, okay, look at the families now. He the president, right? Did all abortion clinics close? Y'all who acts like y'all really care about the kid. And all the fathers back in the homes now? They deployed the troops. Are the fathers all deployed back in the homes tonight because he won? Because I don't want to hear nothing about families because you're all for Trump because he was for family. The families are all perfect now, right? He fixed it. When you hear some bullshit and somebody just repeating a quote, yep, all's going to save the black people because they black. Don't vote for that. They're lying. Or the woman getting on the panel, I'll do anything my husband says because I was traditional, because he black. It's bullshit. Stop pushing it and expecting somebody like me to buy into it. I'm going to troll you. It's dust. That's all I got.
Scared in rare form.
Hey, Ferg, what you got, man?
Heroin era came before the crack era. Go ahead, Ferg.
See what I'm saying, man? Listen, I'm sorry, Scam, man. I'm sorry, man. You had to go through that, man. I was running from it. JT ran from it. You know what I'm saying? Even Tommy talk about his experience in it. That's what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with the people, man. It's a lot of good people come from it, but that was a time that really shifted the dynamic, and here we are. That's why I make reference to it. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I really don't know, you know what I'm saying, the guy's history of the way he spoke, man. You know, and if this guy can get us talking about the racism that we go through, man, I hope over the next few months, man, less than 20 of us get taken out by us. You know, we got to choose a side right now, man. Black folk, choose a side, man. You got to choose a side, man. We can't still fall under the same shit that we do to ourselves, then cry when they point out the dumb shit we do. Yes, that's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't go. I slept good. I woke up, saw everything early that morning, stayed up, watched the news. You know what I'm saying? 5 minutes, went right back to sleep, man. It ain't affecting me right now. I tell you this: if everybody start talking about moving, it's going. Hey, you 45 and unders, don't come over my house. I ain't going nowhere where y'all go. Y'all go over and figure that shit out in y'all little tribe or group. Because some of y'all, I'm just, I'm being silly, but. And at this time, man, listen, brothers, get it together, man. We can do it. If this is the time, those people that think they're going to still have their handout next year and next summer, those days is over. The days of the handouts in America is over. You're going to have to earn your keep. So if you got a job, you better keep that motherfucker.
That's right.
You got a place to stay, you better keep that motherfucker. Don't be talking crazy to everybody because you see you ain't safe walking down the street or just having a conversation. If you live in a state and you can pack a gun, you might want to make sure your record is clean and go on and get one now and hold on to it. But if you want a better job, a better life, you better dig in now. You better dig in now. Don't think you can come back 5-10 years and say, help me, because ain't no nigga gonna help you. And the white folk, they sure ain't gonna help you. So you better figure it out, man. Figure it out. Y'all better start coupling up, making some deals or something out here before y'all start losing these high-ass houses. At apartment building might be for the people that's coming from these war-torn countries. So they coming. So if you ain't buckled down, don't come crying over here. So get it together, man. I think we can do it, but we'll see who's still crying in the next 3 years.
All right,
We can skip pain.
Tommy, what you got, man?
All of us been going back and forth for years, man. So I think for us, especially in this space, and especially for us on this panel, and most of us that frequent Black Men Unfiltered, I think we all know that somebody shouldn't get smoked over a disagreement. So when people say that, I'm not gonna say the whole offended thing, but I kind of take it away because in my head I'm just like again, I'm not even I disagree with y'all and I don't even disrespect y'all. I don't even disrespect you, let alone, I'm trying to, knock somebody down. So if I'm making a point, it's nowhere near trying to defend the action. I'm just, for me, like I said, once I heard what he said about MLK, I was out on it, dude. Again, not saying that he should have been knocked down, but for me, it was, I'm not defending shit. If people want to, because here's another ironic part, right? So people are mad about him celebrating it. When the Pelosi's were attacked in their home, this is a quote from him. If you're a true patriot to America, you should go bail that man out. And
Go ahead.
but So one of my biggest problems with a lot of these situations is when it happens to one side, I'm the victim. Oh my God, you guys are evil. But then when the shoe's on the other foot, you play the same role that you was just so offended by. So I tell my the lefties out there right now, or when it happened to the Pelosi's, when it happened to the congresswoman in Minnesota, they were the victims, and I can't believe it. And then something happens like this, or what happened with Trump, whether I was real or not, whatever. But it was jokes and yada yada yada. And at a certain point, this shit needs to be cleaned up, man. Decorum needs to be put back. And I'm gonna just keep it G with you, man. Everything comes with a positive and negative. And this is the negative side of the guy in the office. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to start the whole back and forth, yada, yada, yada. But this is the energy that he puts out. When you look at, he flew the flags at half-mast for this dude who held no office of government. But when a sitting congresswoman and her husband get murdered, and you don't even fly to, like, that type of petty is what builds this type of resentment. And so I saw when I saw a lot of you guys making the point for Trump, I didn't necessarily disagree. But for me, I also saw this part of it too. I saw this energy spew kind of boiling up or whatever. And a lot of my friends as Trump supporters, they try to deny it, but man, I'm not stupid. I remember the climate. I remember growing up how the climate was. People didn't disagree, but bro, if a person in Congress passes what are we doing? And I think the biggest mistake is when the people on the left do some shit that's out of pocket, nobody on the left, and I will say Bill Maher has been doing it lately, but nobody on the left jumps out there and be like, yo, that's not cool. When this dude don't fly the flags at half-mast and nobody from the right go, hey, that ain't cool. And that's a problem, man. Like, and I think that's what's creating this divide, because people are, no matter what you do, as long as you're on my side, I'll make an excuse for it. And I think it's just a dangerous environment we building with this political stuff. And like I said, man, my personal opinion, it starts at the top. And when you see the leadership we're under, we've gotten so used to how he acts, we don't even react anymore. You remember he used to tweet, and he used to make the news when he used to tweet the wild shit during his first term. We don't even blink an eye now. This man got off of Air Force One. It was like cussing like he was a nigga in the street. And we just batted an eye. It barely made the news. So that's what I mean when I say, and I'm not even one of those like super decorum people, but it's like I'm witnessing why you need decorum in politics. Why you need, I think we're kind of witnessing that. And when you got both sides being petty and both sides being childish, you can see this shit is real dangerous. So, hopefully this political environment gets better and people get to where they can, at least have a conversation and civilly disagree. Because this whole, if you disagree with me, I hate you shit, man, this is getting bad.
JT, what you got, man? You got any more?
Yeah, I don't know, man. We just have to put things in context. I kind of agree with what Tommy was saying overall. Again, we'll talk about it later on next week. But my whole thing is this: when we're having these conversations, man, it's just a lot that you have to add into it, but you have to keep it in context. My man Scam Likely, his whole thing is that a lot of these panels are dust panels or whatever, but I can tell you right now, the way I look at it is that when we have conversation with one another, the evolution of the art of conversation gets better. I'm telling you, I just remember in the 90s, bro, talking with family members, man. I didn't like talking with them old heads, bro. They were saying some shit that I just did not agree, especially once I started getting to a point where I was getting ready to graduate from high school and I had a different way of how I was thinking. and listening to a lot of these older cats that was talking during that time, that shit sound crazy as fuck to me. And that wasn't even, you know, so when we see it on panels, man, it's just, it's a lot more global. I'm just saying our conversations now are global, and we just got to keep just doing what we doing. We have to practice this. It's an art. Conversation, there's an art to conversation. And so that's why sometimes me and Scam, we can go back and forth with each other, because I just don't, I get what he's saying when it comes down to some of these cats. It's just you're not gonna get through to them. They coming on here, they throwing shit on the wall, hoping that it sticks and stuff. I was just on a couple of panels yesterday, and I felt the same damn way. But when I stand, you know, strong on my my stance, it kind of weeds them the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn how to do it. Like I said, this is a more rare form. If I'm on Black Man Unfiltered, man, we done sit back and argue with each other, cuss each other out, and all kind of shit on Black Man Unfiltered. When I go on other people's panels, dog, I'm not about to spend that, especially if I don't know them motherfuckers. Man, I'm not about to spend my energy going crazy on them motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? And then it'd be some nice, man, where the spirits is just in me. And I ain't talking about the Holy Spirit. I'm talking about the celebrating. I've been working all goddamn week. You dig what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that we have to have this thing where we have to stay close to one another. I'm talking about Black men, Black women. And the way that we do it is the way that we're doing it right now. We got to have conversations, but we can't just say that one way is just the only way, right? We gotta get out here and touch grass, right? We gotta talk with kids. We gotta talk with, you know, if we still got older aunties and uncles. I'm not gonna argue. If you over 60 years old, other than Arpain, I'm not arguing with you. You got it. You know what I'm saying? I argued the fuck out of Arpain because I'm arguing with him because he out here in the world. He touching grass too. So, but if you over 60 and you in my fucking family, we not arguing. I'm not doing it. And my whole thing is I like talking to the younger folks, right? I love talking to the younger folks because it seems like they hard-headed, but when they get somebody that can actually talk to them, they actually listen. It's easier having a conversation with them, especially when you're not having a conversation that's just one way. I'm telling you, you listen type shit, right? I'm from X, but I'm telling you, my whole way of conversating with young folks, I ask more questions than I give answers. That's what makes way more of a conversation.
Man,
kiss my ass, man, Drell.
Hey, listen, okay, add to another $5, man. You know, it is more than just decorum. That's missing in our political arena.
Yeah,
it's humanity, right?
It's humility.
Humility as well.
Humility.
Yeah. Humility as well. So
Hey,
yeah, and some humanity. So I mean, are you done? Let me go ahead so we can get out of here.
Oh,
hey, listen, you know, you got more, JT?
No,
hey,
the
JT.
only thing I can tell you is that
there you go.
JT, quick question before you go.
Yeah.
That thing that I mentioned, and I know Tommy B could definitely knows what
We're on last words. I got to get mine in, and you know what I'm saying.
I'll make it quick. Panels and real life.
Mm-hmm.
There's people talking, and then there's the message that they're really delivering. Mm-hmm. Can't you tell a difference when somebody's in pain, when somebody's lying, when somebody's hiding, or somebody's in fear, or somebody's fishing, trying to look like something that they're not? Can't you smell it?
Yeah, personally, I can do it. Yeah,
as well as panels, social media. Can't you see it, smell it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's why the effect on me is not the effect on other people. So myself, absolutely, yeah.
All right, man. So listen, this is good, man. One of the things I think we've missed.
Good night, everybody. Y'all have a nice night.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, here we go.
I'm fucking with you.
Now, the truth of the matter is, I think one of the things I think we miss is that everybody, I mean everybody, is flawed in some way. We can't think about perfection when we talk about human beings. You know, I don't care if the political leader, I don't give a shit who it is. You know, I think sometimes we look for perfection, or else everything else a person says doesn't matter. I think that's bullshit. I think that's stupid thinking, right? So, you know, we all decide, you know, what person's flawed negates everything else about them. You know, and that's dumb, right? It's like a guy can't do good works unless everything he does or everything she does is perfect. And I think people who think that way are idiots. You know, so I'm just saying, listen, you know, we're in a war of ideologies, right? And I don't think right now we're handling it as well as we should and as well as we could. You know, I lived through the 60s when they were orphan motherfuckers for the way they think. They were just orphan people. And we can't go back to that. And that's where I'm at with this whole Charlie Kirk thing. I really didn't listen to that guy that much. I've seen some of his campus things once in a while. I don't have no affinity one way or the other. He said a lot of things about black people. He said a lot of things about transgenders. He talked about marriage. He talked about good things, right? As a married man, I agree with his stuff. We talk about family and children and stuff like that. Well, you know what? That deal is not working as much as it used to. Now, how do we get back to that? There's a whole conversation in itself, because we know men and women are hooking up with each other and they're having babies. And just like you said, JT, they're having strays, and it's destroying the community. We see that shit everywhere in the inner cities. Guys, roving bands of kids with no fucking direction. You know, and you know, we don't want, and then if it's black, we can't talk about it, or else we got to talk about, like you said, slavery. You know, I mean, how do we correct ourselves if we can't look in the mirror and say, we got shit we got to fix? You know, and we can't do it. And if somebody who's not black says they want to fix it, then all of a sudden they're trying to intrude upon our safe space. So I don't know what this, I don't know. Listen, the future is really not mine. It's the rest of you fucking guys who are under 40 and 50 and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I freely admit that. I'm on the other fucking side of it, man. I'm 67 years old. If I get another 20 based on fucking scam over here, I'm dying tomorrow. You know, but the point really is I'm gonna be around for a while.
Last week.
So there you go. So all I'm just trying to say is, how do we fix this thing? I think we need to come to some solutions that way. None of us are perfect. We all ain't gonna agree on everything, but we got to find a path forward. And one of the things I think we can do for each other is call out bullshit when we see it.
Yeah.
And call out not just bullshit, but bad behavior when we see it, whether it's on a panel or whether it's on social media or in real life.
Or in the mirror.
Yeah, and one of the things I can't, and I'm gonna end it here. I think we got to get past the fact that what goes on outside of social media and what happens on social media, the intersection is bigger than we think it is.
Yes.
The intersection, we have people with saying dumb shit with millions and millions of views. Now, those could be bots, man, and all those people might not agree, but there's people saying shit with millions of views. This shit can't be ignored. Yeah. You know, so anyway, you know, so I'll end that there. This is a good panel. This is a good topic. We don't have to love Charlie Kirk. We don't have to. And again, it's really not necessarily our fight, but we can't ignore what's going on around us as black people just because it's white on white crime.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shit, man. The American experiment belongs to us as well. You know, and we could keep trying to deny that because we're black. I think we're missing out, man. Whatever's great that's left in America, we should be trying to take a piece of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anyway, yeah, that's all I have, man. All right, so hey, gentlemen, thanks for coming up. Hey, listen, I've got the controls, JT. I'll shut it down, man.
I got you.
Thanks a lot, fellas. Hey, BMU and everybody in the chat. It was thanks for hanging out, man. All the super chats and all that kind of good stuff. Hey, man, have a good night. Until Monday, I'm supposed to have a show. I was going to talk about this, but I might change it to something else. I don't even know why I want to talk about this anymore. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, hey, listen, good night, fellas. Later.
Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all, man. Most definitely.